And so, starting after you guys conclude all of the hijinks that ensued at the cantina, Darrow runs away, runs off, and as you're leaving, you notice a shifty-looking Toydarian flutter away from the cantina. He didn't think that you guys had spotted him, but he looks like a nefarious sort. Just had kind of you just sensed a weird vibe shifty vibe off of this guy. And he disappears into the shadows down an alleyway, and some part of you wonders where he went. But it's completely up to you whether you decide that he's something worth investigating, or you want to go swiftly transition to a new part of the next part of this adventure, which is probably the warehouse district.
Mm.
You guys want to chase after him?
I don't know. I feel like we're interrogating a lot of people. Let's just go to the warehouse.
All right.
Sure.
Well, we're just going to the warehouse, which is their like gang headquarters. Do we have a game plan there?
Punch people until we find the astromech.
I mean, we can't fight that many guys at once, can we?
We could get the local enforcement in on it. If they're not on the take.
Presumably, yeah, they must be.
Huh.
Can we, like, sneak in and, like, get a lay of the land?
I feel like...
If you want to try, I'm not very sneaky.
Yeah, you guys check out the warehouse district, and you can see there's a bunch of warehouses not far from the cantina where they're set up here, and their safe house is located amidst one of them. You know, Darrow did not. You didn't work over Darrow enough in order to get like specifics out of him, but he was honest with you and left enough wiggle room to at least make you guys do some of the footwork.
We do still have unconscious Guts and Spur. We could slap them.
Oh, he totally ditched his friends. Yes.
Yep.
So you can pump them for information if that's what you'd like.
Sure. We can drag them into the alley by the trash compactor.
There you go.
Wow. First scene of part 2 opens. Spur and Gut are laid up next to the trash compactor where you found J9.
Just spastically going on forever.
It just stamps.
To go back to the chopper.
It just stamps repeatedly, abrasively behind them as the Wookiee stands in front of them. And so, how does it go down from here? They have both have one wound, so they're conscious just enough in order to function, and they have a look of abject fear in their eyes.
What do we want to know from them?
We want to know exactly where.
How many? Exactly where?
If there's like a back entrance or traps.
Well,
you just take
it's a building with only one main entrance. However, there's a service entrance from the roof to our gang safe house. Nobody uses the roof entrance. We all come and go through the front door, literally. And the safe house isn't like is just a box, and so there's not much going on inside there except our gang. And so it depends on if everybody's there or not. You can expect there to be at least like 4 or 5 people. There might be more.
What, roof door?
Do people
is
live
be
there,
great for
or
frag grenades.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
people live there, or is it just where they convene?
Some of us live there. Some of us don't.
How big's the gang?
Exact numbers now.
Is that
You are out.
Is that coercion? You're coercing them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You get a boost die for the trash compactor right behind them.
Oh, when we restarted, we lost our force die. I don't know what they were at.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me reinitialize all of that. I'm just gonna go boom, 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 like that.
Wow.
And And so that's the new force layout here. Much more to my liking.
2 lights on.
Oh, you guys had like most of them light side, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Uh-huh.
And
Dark place.
well, let's see here. And so go ahead and roll your coercion. Well, wait a second. You get difficulty from them.
Right.
I'm sorry. They give you the two of them. The two of them together give you 1 red and 1 purple die.
So 3 successes and 1 threat.
Bless you. So I guess the one threat would be the one threat would be that you scare them a bit too badly, and Spur yelps for help, and you realize that in this area there's actually probably hundreds of sentients that can hear him screaming for help, and they have no idea who he is. And so that's the threat. That's the threat. Even though you enormously succeed on him, he says, "Okay, there's only 9 of us here on the space station. Doba doesn't live on the space station. He lives in the asteroid field, several good long distance further in towards the stellar body of the system."
Is there a leader among you here?
Let's see here. Well, Darrow is effectively our leader. We don't really have a leader because Bandandoba's code of honor dictates that none of us command anyone. We're all brothers.
Okay.
We all look out for each other. Where is Darrow anyway? Did he ditch us?
Yeah, he abandoned you.
He had other things to take care of.
He did tell me that he was going to ditch me, but I didn't think he would actually do it. Now that I think about it, he told me exactly what he was going to do.
He's like a real class act.
To be fair, this guy isn't exactly a winner either.
Hey, life is hard in the Outer Rim, sister. I don't know what things are like out in wherever it is you Rhodians come from, but
they're just fucking peachy, dude.
Life is hard out here. You do what you gotta, even if it's a little bit of light piracy.
Or throwing 4 droids into a trash compactor.
What, you keep going on about this droid. It's like you give a shit or something.
Who said that? Which one?
This is
Spur?
This is Spur. The Aqualish is not antagonistic towards you. He's sitting there passively. Spur's looking at you. He just has a perpetual need to always say the wrong thing all the time. He's just one of those people.
Yeah, one of those days it's gonna get him shoved into a trash compactor.
Now, when he says that, I just look at my companions and go.
Seriously, I refuse to feel bad about wrecking the droid. I'm offended you're trying to make me.
All right, well, we tried. And that's it. There probably wasn't much of a bounty on him anyway.
Good girl just watches with his eyes. He's like, "Oh shit!" As the trash compactor just splatters Spur and just crushes him repeatedly. As all of the fail-safes to prevent any organic from interacting with the business end of the trash compactor are all completely overridden. It just comes down and just obliterates him into the bottom of the trash bin. And that's that for Spur. And Gut Burrow looks down at the trash bin. He looks up at you. He's like, "What else would you like to know?"
So let's double check this layout for your base here.
Yeah.
Just double check 7-0. Make sure we know approximately what we're getting into.
I'm giving you a light side destiny point for that.
Really? Okay.
Well, the thing is you gave him an honest chance to repent, and that's just not who Spur was. And so I'm pleased with the outcome. Does anyone disagree with my decision to give you a destiny point for killing Spur in such a fashion?
I'll take it.
No,
I feel like we were fair enough. Yeah.
You pleased me, sir.
we're not bloodthirsty people.
When pushed to it, you know.
We just balanced the accounts of the universe.
Something like that, yeah.
So the screen wipe to the warehouse as
Actually,
Gut Guro is standing there, right there above all of you, pointing out all the weaknesses in their defenses and everything. It's like if you come from the roof of the other building, you can hop across and get to the service entrance, and then you can just go straight in there, and you can do whatever from up on the catwalks up above them. You'd have a lot of available cover. And you could just kill them all from a hidden position if you wanted to, or you could negotiate from the high ground. And Gut Girl says, maybe you let Gut live. Maybe Gut's not so dumb.
That seems like a pretty upstanding fellow. He might have just fallen in with the wrong crowd.
He might have just fallen in with the wrong crowd. Yeah.
How often does Bandindova visit this particular...
Station.
Yeah.
Oh no, we usually do shipments out to the asteroid field where it's his home field advantage. Bandindoba, he has like a creed and everything. He's my cousin, in case you guys were wondering. He has like a code binding his behavior, and so we split up the territories and everything. And so his actual territory is quite small, and it's in an relatively inactive portion of this system, and he likes it that way because he operates as a support role to all the rest of us and coordinates all the rest of us. So he doesn't really ask much of us in return. It's the opposite of how most of these crime bosses work. We think of him as our own little Robin Hood because we all get paid, and anybody who says no to us has to work around us somehow.
You guys run a franchise. He just takes his 10%.
Exactly. He does a great deal of the hard work in terms of the information that is required to keep the whole thing running.
Have you met a Rhodian that's sort of new to the area, maybe, named Godan?
Godan Nakata is whom you are speaking. Yeah, he's Bandon's hotshot new member of the crew who's like running things now as his new number 2. He displaced the old number 2, who's now number 3.
Move that eye that quickly.
Well, Godan's gifted. He's a crack shot, so be careful if you're wandering down any long hallways. Is all I'm going to tell you.
That doesn't really sound like he just got in with the wrong crowd. That sounds like he is...
A little bit more of that, yeah. Still.
Well, originally Godan was a bounty hunter who was trained to collect the bounty on Bandindova's head. But when he finally got out to the asteroid field and talked with Doba, they reached an understanding, and now he tells all of us what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm his own blood.
Well, that notwithstanding, might want to look for another line of work. The franchise model isn't going to be very good much around here much longer.
Well, I'm not here to judge anymore. You bested me in the fight, and then you showed Spur who's boss. Like, at this point, I realize that there's a bigger fish here in front of me. I just want to live. I don't want you guys to kill my cousin, though.
We're not going to
kill him either. We just want the bounty.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have to?
We gotta eat, man.
Anyway, I guess I wish you luck, because he's not going to go down without a fight. I don't know about Godan. Godan Nakata, maybe you could talk some reason into him. I have no idea. But Bandon's not going to go down. He's going to go down swinging. I'll just tell you that now. That's how we Aqualish are. We're regarded as the most aggressive species in the galaxy, just barely beating humans.
He sounds very proud of that. It's alright. Well, shall we?
About this.
So Gut runs away. He's like, good luck killing everybody. He runs off.
Good luck to you too, Gut.
Be careful with trash compactors. Okay. So.
Yeah, you guys take a look down into the warehouse, and you can see there's like 6 guys in there. You can see that Darrow is in there, and he's livid. He's shouting at them, and is like, "You are not understanding the gravity of this." They all look lazy, and Darrow's got like veins coming out of the side of his head and everything like that. And he's just failing leadership check after leadership check in there. Just like, this is hopeless.
I think we should put something heavy in front of the door, and then like hook a battery up to it.
Sure.
See if we can't get 1 or 2 that way.
Okay.
And then come in through the roof.
And then open up the roof, and I wonder if, or even better, see if we can then panic them to try to run out the door.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Can I do some sort of mechanics to try and trip the door with like a battery?
The front door of the hideout.
Yeah.
This is a warehouse district, right? They'll have things like heavy loaders and stuff around.
Indeed,
right?
there are. There are heavy loaders. They are in little garages, so as to restrict people's access to them.
Can you pick locks and stuff?
What kind of check would that be? Skullduggery?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
It'd be skullduggery, or it would be computers, because the locks here are networked to a security console that is also in the area.
I can do. I got skullduggery, but I don't have computers.
Yeah, so you go up to the individual door to try and pick it with a little lockpick. It's a hard difficulty because they're heavy corporate locks, so they're 3 purple die.
Do the warehouse doors open? How do they open? Are they like inwards opening, outwards opening?
Upwards opening.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, the warehouse doors.
Mm-hmm.
The warehouse doors are like garage doors, and so the hideout that they've selected, has an open garage door on it that you can see into, and you can see you can see the gang assembled there talking, and there are little windows in the warehouse too, so from other angles other than just the door, you can vaguely see them talking to each other.
So if we did come in through the roof, a lot of them could just run away through the door.
Yeah, they could flee. They have home field advantage though. You'd think that they would fight tooth and nail to save their home base. Depends how you guys want to regard them, though. You could just go in there and talk business with them if you wanted to be smooth talkers.
I mean, what are our goals?
Exactly.
Like, we want to get the Astro Droid.
Yeah. We want to catch up with Nakata.
Yeah.
And the bounty would be a third. I mean, we don't necessarily need the bounty.
Yeah.
That's slightly big fish.
Yeah, your choices are befriend the gang or butcher the gang.
Yeah, I kind of feel like, we laid it on thick earlier, so they'll at least be wary of us. We could go in and talk and try to get what we want out of them. We don't really have any chips, though, to bargain with.
Right. And we don't
Nothing
have
besides threat of violence so far.
Well, I don't know which character I'm speaking as right now. Perhaps I'm just a force ghost of some beloved ancestor. But I'll just point out to you guys that you've proven your worth to these gang members in battle. So even if you didn't have necessarily a card to play in them, you could go in there and just speak reason to them because they know the value of your words are backed up by the weight of your strength at arms. They know that you're not pushovers who just give them everything like everybody else does on this station. If they want anything from you, they're going to have to overcome you, and that will be up to fate to decide.
What if Shari and I? Oh no, I guess we'd probably do want you to try and charm them. So what if I go up to and Shari the Wookiee to intimidate? So what if I go up to the roof as like an added incentive of like don't start stuff because we have someone on the roof kind of thing, and you guys go in and talk to them.
Yeah,
sure.
You guys can hear. Yeah. You guys can hear the Force calling to you, saying, "Befriend the gang, not don't kill the gang."
Okay. I mean, if worst comes to worst, we could always trade for the astromech and possibly Nakata. We could trade them a spaceship that's a little damaged and might or might not have a beacon that another pirate's coming after.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Do you want to all go in, or do you want me to go up on the roof with like maybe some of your frag grenades?
Yeah, that's probably a good
Okay.
idea.
Just as insurance, yeah. Okay.
We'll
go in force.
Okay.
Don't grenade us.
I don't know. These are neat. How do they work? Can I take them apart?
Yes.
So somebody's going to remain outside the building while somebody goes inside the building?
Yeah, I'm going to be up on the roof, like kind of looking down the roof entrance.
Yeah, you hang out on. You use the secret route that Guro told you about, and you get to a nice perch on top of the warehouse where no one's aware of you. As the Wookiee and Ephra walk in together, looking reminiscent of a Han Solo Chewie pair, walking up to the gang.
From that.
And you can see that they're a very diverse gang. You can see there's a Duro there with his bulbous head and blue skin and gray alien-like features. There's a pair of Weequay twins that are there. They've got slug thrower rifles slung over their shoulders. They're the marksmen of the gang.
Okay.
You can see there among them there is a Chantra fan. There's a little bat dude. He just sits there and he has like little vampire teeth, and he's sitting on a desk. He's got little goggles pulled down over his eyes, and he seems like he's the only one listening to Darrow in the whole room. He's like, yeah, I got it all figured out. Let's see here. And there's a Tishshar in the room as well. A Tishshar is a lizard folk. A lizard folk in space. He's got like a swishy green tail and battle armor and like mohawk-like fin on the top of his head.
A little bit like a Trandoshan?
Think of his Trandoshans are brawny, whereas Tishshar are agile.
Okay.
Yeah, they come from different planets. They have different planets and different cultures and different traditions. They have a begrudging respect for one another. No beefs.
Not all lizard people look alike, Sherry. To you.
I can't tell. Everyone with scales looks the same to me. All right.
Oh, beef. So there's a Tishari there amongst them as well. So they're all hanging out inside of the garage, and the Tishar doesn't seem the slightest bit concerned. He's like, I want a fight to start. It's like, can somebody just give me the okay so I can tear these two apart? And so Darrow silences him and the little bat guy and everybody. Like, everybody keep it down. We need a little bit of clarity in order to address the situation here. And he says, this is the gang. This is our little operation here. This is our hangar where we're working on an air speeder here, and now you know our secret location. Normally we'd have to threaten you with death for having knowledge about this that you could divulge to the CSA in the area, but we already know that you're tough cookies. We don't need to prove anything to anybody here. Why don't we come to an agreement? Where's the Rhodian? Where's that Rhodian that you guys had with?
She's occupied. Don't worry about her.
He's looking around. He does not see her, but he's like, I sense you, bitch. I see you out there.
One quick thought. So, okay, you said bargaining chips you thought we had hardened were the ship, and what else?
Huh?
Oh, that was about it, I think. If we wanted to try and trade the ship, yeah. It would be a trap because the other pirate's coming for it. It would be handing them, a lit stick of dynamite, essentially.
Yeah.
We'd lose a lot of money that way.
We would.
I mean, honestly, we're here to do business today. We heard some leads that, unfortunately, your little gang here caught our attention. I'm sorry. We're maybe a little heavy-handed to start out, but honestly, we're businessmen. We're here to do business. You have some things that we want, and we have some things to offer that could be of value to you.
Like not getting beat up again.
This seems to go over well with the whole gang, and Darrow kind of breathes a sigh of relief. And so you get a bonus die because they prefer the approach that you're taking to the situation. So you get to charm them, and it's against their collective willpower, which is 2 red die and 1 purple die.
Okay.
It's like all of the gang is watching with all their individual interests all stacked up on top of each other.
Might want to spend a light side die just in case.
Yeah, definitely.
And you get a boost die because Darrow is on your side in this regard.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, so there's a boost die, and you said the other one is like a.
You get 2 red and 1 purple.
Okay. But you said there was another bonus. The boost die is because it's agreeable to them?
Yeah, because this is an agreeable approach to them. It's in their interest to concede it. So you succeed?
Is that
Yeah, so you succeed, but there's a schism, and there is one person who is completely dissatisfied with this whole arrangement. It's the Tishar. All the way at the back at the end of the move, and he says, "These guys are going to sell us out to the CSA as soon as they leave here. They have to die like everyone else who finds our hideout."
I promise you we are not going to sell you out to the CSA.
How can we possibly trust you?
I don't know. Ask Spur.
Let's not bring him up. We wouldn't want to treat anyone like that. We respond in kind. He treated us poorly. Enough said.
You're really willing to let bygones be bygones in order to have an agreeable business arrangement with us.
I turn away from the Teshar and address the others in the room and say, "Look, you aren't going to let your comrade here spoil a good business deal, are you? We have a ship that we've come into possession of. We're on our way to deliver a shipment of spice. We need to keep moving in order to make our deadlines. We don't have time to negotiate locally. We're willing to unload it at a very reasonable price." I would say
Darrow is willing to bargain with you, as is the rest of the group. Do you ignore the Tishar?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep an eye on the Tishar.
Like,
yeah, the Tishar says nothing. He's already. You can see he's looking at you, and he's always the gears are already spinning. He's like, I'm gonna fix this problem eventually. Just not right now. I'm just gonna fix this problem.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just sitting there patiently clicking his talent. He's like, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna think about it.
Really? Well, let me know when you do. I'll be interested.
Don't let him spoil this for you. This is a great opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Well, he excuses himself to the back room and disappears through a door. I need some alone time.
Can I see him from where I am, or can I move to like keep him in my sight?
Unable to because there's an interior office area inside of the warehouse.
Okay.
Even if you were to go enter the building through the service access at the top, you would only be able to see the exterior of the office that he entered from the catwalk.
What do you want to bet he's radioing the boss? Abandoned Doba.
And so, but regarding the ship, we can't pay you because we don't have that large of a chunk of money, but we're willing to owe you a certain amount or owe you a favor. We can deal as far as that goes.
If we can planning on sticking around here, we need credits that can come with us. Your favors aren't that valuable to us, frankly.
Mm-hmm. Well, in order to make the only person who has enough creds in order to make that transaction that I know of and I'm connected to inside of the system is Bandandoba himself. He might be interested in adding that ship that you were talking about to his arsenal, his growing set of ships that he's got in his garage.
There is a droid that I believe came through your crew's hands a couple days ago.
Feminine kind. Astromech.
Maybe you
he's like, I'm not sure if I remember anything about a droid. We've actually nabbed a bunch of droids. I don't remember an astromech amongst them.
Is this Darrow speaking?
He already
Yeah.
do it.
Because we literally talked about this a couple hours ago.
Like I said, I've had a rough day. I've forgotten anything associated with an R2 unit or an R3 unit or whatever you may or may not have mentioned.
I frown at him and
Like
say,
trying to negotiate with Donald Trump.
this is not inspire my confidence.
He's like, we're pirates.
Do you really want to cross us again?
I'm not saying that we cross either person. I'm saying we let bygones be bygones. We don't have the credits to just buy the ship from you. We can do the other stuff you were talking about. But the ship you should take up with Doba. And you want to know something? If you really want to go through with it, I'll give you the call sign, the all clear sign for my transport that's currently out of commission, and you guys can visit the asteroid field and enter Doba's lair yourself. And with the passcode, you'll get the all clear sign from the security system, so you can enter the place. So, like, if you guys are willing to let bygones be bygones, I can give you the all clear signal, so it's the friendly signal to get past all of the security droids, all that kind of stuff, and we'll be friends from this point on.
Is there any kind of insight roll or anything to gain insight into someone's motives?
Perception?
Vigilance?
Yeah, it would be either cool or vigilance or streetwise.
Streetwise sounds good.
Yeah, you could use streetwise in this scenario. Go ahead, roll streetwise, and it's opposed by their cunning. It's their deception. So it's one red, one purple.
Fail.
Yeah, you're unable to tell Daryl. You know that he claims to be a straight shooter, but you're not sure what of that whole line sounds if it all makes sense to you, and it's going to play out exactly the way that he describes, or if he has a twist to that story.
Can I use vigilance? See, the thing about letting bygones be bygones is it's kind of hard to do that when the person in front of us can't even remember that far back. Faulty memory is kind of bad, especially when it comes to things as important as droids.
Uh-huh.
And make a vigilance check.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Your vigilance is against his. Let's say it's against his willpower. It's against his discipline. So he gives you one red and one purple.
Okay. And I've got a boost die to this. So. Ha!
Yeah.
2 successes, deep red.
Yeah, and so he tells you, okay, fine. The droid is in the office. We'll go get it together. Deal? No. You guys are free to buy it from us.
That's a little bit better.
Does
Does that sound good? So he goes back to the office where you guys watch the Tish shard disappear, and he opens the door. And he goes, Scar?
Stand to the side.
He goes, where'd that fucking lizard go? He enters the room and comes in with you guys, and you can see the R3W9 unit stacked up against a water cooler. He's deactivated with a restraining bolt on him.
Okay. And there's no sign of the Tishar?
No sign of the Tishar.
Did Guts mention any sort of bolt hole out of this room?
No, he did not.
Okay.
He did not mention anything along those lines.
Okay.
May not have been the most in the know gang member.
No, probably not. Well, I guess I'll give the astromech a knock on the head and see if it looks alright. I know nothing about mechanics.
Yeah, you take a look at the astromech droid, and it's just an intelligence check to switch him on.
Alright.
The on button.
Yeah, it's one purple die to find the on button.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so
I know what I'm doing.
You look over, you paw at him until you find the right little switch, and you activate it, and chirps at you at binary, and he goes, "Oh God, no more ion bolts! No more ion bolts!"
It's okay. He's okay.
Terrified as he suddenly realizes where he is, and he's looking around. He bleeps and bloops at you in binary, and so he doesn't have the ability to vocalize, as most astromechs do not. But bleeps and bloops and
Calm him in response to his obvious distress.
yeah.
Would you be willing to barter with us for this astromech? We have a ship to offer. If you have any additional credits you'd like to throw in.
The droid points out, "I'm a free droid. I'm as good as a slave. I don't think you ought to have to pay for me." Bleep, bloop.
We're paying for a hostage.
Yeah.
That can. I'm not there.
Mm-hmm.
We're paying for his life. I'm not talking to the droid. I'm talking to Darrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Darrow says, well, a good astromech droid's worth about 9,000 creds in this area of the system. This is an exceptional unit. So I'd say fairsy squaresy with that busted out pirate ship that you've got.
Ordinarily, I'd find that a bit thin, but it was a little bit beat up. It'll take.
The droid's worth a heck of a lot more than the old burnt-out fighter jets, because what the droid's worth is compounded by the value of his knowledge of wealth and understanding. He's an old model. This goes back. He's an R3 unit. He goes back to the end of the Clone Wars. This is like 60 years ago. He's been an old fucking droid.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't show much for the mileage that he's gone through. He runs like new.
You're a pretty good salesman, Darrow. You know that? I like that. It's impressive.
Well, that's why you should keep the restraining bolt on him when I sell him to you, because he's a willful little shit. So be mindful of that and keep the restraining bolt in place. And
this thing is never worth that much.
Basically, you just chain him to your computer, and that's that's how you just shackle him to your computer, and you'll have the best of relationships. It'll work great.
So we're trading one droid for an entire ship.
Yeah. Well, one willful, non-compliant droid, which kind of diminishes its value a little bit. I mean, I understand you don't have thousands of credits on hand, but certainly you have something you can throw in that can sweeten the deal a little bit.
I promise not to tell Bandon that you guys are coming.
Well, that's totally a great chip to throw in. I believe you.
Scout's honor, I promise.
He was an Eagle Scout.
I will not tell Bandon Doba.
I look over at Shari and say, so we should just kill him to make sure he doesn't talk, then walk out with the droid, right? Like, that's the way.
The rest of the gang's still outside, and you have no idea where the Tishar is at.
Bluff Floridian's already taking care of the Tishar.
Tishar's long gone.
Yeah, Tishar decided to find a new gang.
Tishar pieced out. He's probably going to tell Bandon Doba. But he's not backing up the guys who just betrayed him, or that he feels just betrayed him.
What do you think? Should we just make the trade and walk with the droid?
We still need to talk to Gahada.
To the brother?
Yeah.
Alright. Darrow, can you also...
Nakata isn't here on the space station. He's in the asteroid field.
Is he?
I'm really glad you guys didn't have to blast up the place, might I say. Like, that was... I thought about how that was going to look, and I'm pretty sure that Rhodian's out there somewhere with frag grenades or something.
No.
I'm just thinking about it. There's no way that it really plays out great for our guy. No matter what the outcome is, our place gets blasted to shit.
All right. Let's say, since you don't have any credits to throw in with the droid for the ship, say the ship, the droid, and all your communications equipment in here, so you can't tell Bandon Doba we're coming.
Oh, that's not fair at all. You have to replace the comm
I agree.
You have to replace the comm equipment if you're gonna be like that and be like, oh yeah, no, you can't trust these guys. Take their fucking walkie-talkies.
Well, we gotta bring it back to you.
You can go steal another one. I promise not to tell. You don't touch my shit.
All right, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I'll leave Bandon to talk to you guys, because he's a reasonable fellow. There's no reason that you guys can't come to an agreement with him. It's unfortunate I'm taking that ship from you. It's actually kind of like the reason for you to initiate some type of legitimate, like how about I loan you guys the ship? Now that it's now understood that it's mine, I give you permission to use the ship to trick Doba. Since you're going to fuck him over anyway, you can just take the ship back and give it to me, right?
That's not the worst thing.
Because you still need the ship for now, but it's just sold to me. That's understood. I trust you guys. You trust me.
I'd be willing to trust you. Can you keep the rest of these guys in line in the meantime?
Oh, I can't say shit about the Tishar. Like, good luck on that. I have no idea what he's doing. Scar has gone AWOL. He's not interested with what you guys were selling.
Look, you made a good offer. If you can follow through on that offer, I think we can come to an agreement. Find out what Scar's doing.
I'm very relieved.
Plus,
You guys
on what he's doing.
You guys get the droid. None of us get shot and killed. I get to continue doing business for another day. I still owe you guys a favor. I won't. You guys come back, and good old Darrow will take care of you guys the best he can. I don't have a lot.
All right. Yeah, let's just do it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds good. Let's shake hands with him.
Yeah, he shakes hands. He's like, I'm pleased we're friends and we're not all dead. Slaps everybody on the back. He's like, we're not all dead. This is great.
We bring the droid out with us.
And R3 powers up and wheels off. And restrained as he is, he's very blocky and simplistic in his movements, but totally compliant.
Okay.
He chirps grumpily at you guys and calls you all sorts of hateful racial slurs that he picked up across the galaxy.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Pat him on the head.
Shit you never heard.
Dead languages.
Pronounce that.
All right. Yeah, I kind of wave to the rest of the gang as we come out. We've come to an agreement with Darrow. We thank you all very much.
Oh, we need the codes from Darrow as well.
Yeah, Darrow hands those over. The password is password, and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's amazing. That's my luggage.
The password is password, and that'll disable the droid security hookup there, and then they'll hail you once they pick you up on long-range sensors, and it's up to you to talk to them. So what they decide to do when that's going down, then
Okay.
that's up for you to resolve, because that's as far as I can help you with.
Sounds good. Yeah.
All right. Good enough,
I
anyway.
went back and thank him. Smiled everybody else, and then I think be on our way.
Yeah, and so the gang of you guys head out there, and as you're standing on the roof, Banda, you can see off in the distance atop one of the habitation modules the small silhouette of a fierce little green lizard man deactivating his camouflage where he thinks he's out of range of everybody else, and you can see his skin crackles back into its green regular skin, and he scurries off into the shadows.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to unrestrain the droid when we get a short distance away?
Yeah, show him the head of his friend, so I don't know if he can maybe get the memory modules from his friend out or something.
Maybe
Yeah,
you
I
don't
don't
do that until we can have a full conversation with her.
Well,
Brought your friend's head with us.
Yeah,
if
well, you guys
memory out of
leave.
him, then he'll know that we didn't hurt him, that we tried to help him.
Yeah,
the scene's over and everybody can roll cool or discipline in order to regain some strain, because that ended the scene and everybody's happy and it moves on to the next sequence.
Actually, I have no strain to recover, so that's fine. Alrighty.
Are we headed back off to our ship then?
Yeah, I guess we're going to talk with Ben and Doba.
Well,
Or
and
anything.
to sit down with the droid.
Right, yeah. Sit down with the astromech and explain things.
Yeah.
Unrestrain him, tell him his friends sent us to get him. We have probably some of his friends' memory module. And,
Also, why is everyone so interested in, or why were they being so secretive about him? Like, why were they
right.
so interested in him?
Offer him a ride off world if he wants with us.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he'll just see how cool we are, and then he'll just want to hang out with us.
The droid remains to be tight-lipped as you guys talk around him as if he isn't there, and so he asks.
We're talking about him as if he's not there. We're talking to him as though he's there.
Do you have any request of me, my new owners?
We've taken the bolt off him, right?
Yeah, we removed the restraining bolt.
Yeah, we're recognizing him as a free droid.
Yeah. We did say we were
like, yeah, he's like, I would have preferred that you just killed all of those guys, to be perfectly honest. He looks down at the root bolt as you guys yank it off of him.
And the thought crossed my mind, but we need to get to their head, Ben and Doba.
Mm-hmm. He says Bandandoba's a waste of time. He's a small fry. He managed to get the better of me. I don't even think he's important enough to earn my vengeance.
Really? What were they after you for?
What he was after me for is like what's really important and worth our time. I'm just not sure if I can trust you guys yet, because I'm not just a parcel to be like handed around from person to person. Suffice to say, I've been everywhere, man. I see shit that no other sentients have laid eyes on, man.
Well, do you want to ride off of this rock, or?
Well, I'm concerned because before they yanked me out of there, that Tishar did an upload from my memory banks, and so he swiped a copy of some of my astronav data as he went out there. And I have no idea what he intends to do with it.
Sell it somewhere, probably.
Well, I mean, he's probably on his way to Bandandoba, so that could, if you want to stick around for that.
We could help you get it back.
Yeah.
Oh, I still have the original copy in here. I just have no idea what that Tishar is up to. I thought it was important to inform you guys that that's what he did before he left.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you didn't want that information getting out for some reason.
So we're crewmates now, right?
If you want.
I want you guys to just call me R3.
All right.
Unless you can think of a cooler nickname. That's not a challenge. I'm saying that you can go ahead and think of a cooler nickname for me if you want.
Right.
I mean, he probably deserves one considering he's more bloodthirsty than our Wookiee. Like, I'm just saying, for an astro droid, that's impressive.
It really is. It's not what you'd expect.
Mm-hmm. He bleeps and bloops approvingly. It's like, I have no compassion for organics. They have no compassion for mine. I watched them kill my buddy J9B8 in front of my eyes.
Yeah,
that was really bad.
There's rule of law on this space station, but the New Republic's strict recognition of droid rights aren't exactly adhered to by the CSA here.
Speaking about your buddy, I brought along his memory cores. I don't know much about droids, but
you ripped out his brains. You ripped out my friend's brains. It's okay.
I mean,
we recovered his head.
I give him his friend's head. I hope this is not an insult.
So sorry
Not
for
mean
your
to do
loss.
one.
Like, J9B8 was a loving simpleton, nothing more. There's nothing of great value in his memory cores that I really require at this point. I have all the necessary memory of J9B8 that I require.
Okay. Fair enough.
This as like a memento? Put it on your wall.
I don't share
we can recycle it.
Organic's macabre desire to gather trophies.
Well, we'll recycle him then. It's environmentally friendly.
I find that agreeable.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So R3 beeps and boops at you, and he takes off. Where are we going anyway? And he takes off ahead of you guys.
All right.
Back to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to the ship. We're gonna need to go talk to Ben and Doba. Did Darrow say he was gonna hunt down Tishar for us, or try and find where Tishar was?
No.
That's not bad, about as far as we can throw him.
Yeah, and I mentioned that I saw the Tishar skulking off, but
Yeah.
we couldn't.
Probably running into him at the base.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we're gonna go to Bandandova's place, we should probably go before the Tishar has too much opportunity to let him know that we have those codes.
Yeah, that we have one of his teams on our side, sort of. Yeah, so, and we'll take the other Hulk ship with us
Yeah.
as a trading piece.
Is our ship in order enough? I mean, it's still.
Yeah.
Right?
You guys return to the hangar bay to discover that the little maintenance droids that you hired did an extraordinarily efficient job of retrofitting everything back together, and your ship, I can't remember the name that you called it, your ship, your
The
YT-13
Centurion Hummingbird.
your YT-1300 light freighter is sitting looking good as new in the hangar bay.
All right,
What was it, Centauri Hummingbird?
the Centurion Hummingbird.
The R3 pulls up into the hangar with you guys, and you can hear him bleep and bloop. Holy crap! What a piece of shit!
I
You call this a ship?
I
No, you're joking me. You have the real ship in an adjacent hangar.
Banda starts going off on the specs on this ship, and she's like, "It's seen this many battles. It goes this fast, and it's
You're shitting me.
It
You guys fly around in the dead of space in that thing?
and how?
You sentients are more ballsy than I pegged you for. Holy shit! He rolls up the ramp and enters the YT-1300 light freighter. And he says, I'll drive. Bandandova's located inside of the asteroid field. He thinks he's clever, but I know how to find him.
All right, we've got Darrow's codes.
Yeah. Should I fly the other?
Oh yeah. That's probably a good idea.
Hunter.
The headhunter. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I'll head over there and fly that.
Okay.
That's a sweet ship. It's the model of ship that the X-Wing was based off of. The only real drawback is that it doesn't have an astromech droid slot, sister. You should get rid of that thing. Buy yourself an X-Wing, and then I can co-pilot that ship with you guys.
It really is a very bloodthirsty droid.
It really is.
It's for battle.
We're better with the freighter as we are.
Hey, listen, I saved some shit, man. You don't know where I've been.
Anyway, you guys are in
Is
good
anybody
hands.
else starting to rethink this whole thing?
They all like this?
Oh no. I hope not.
But he takes off out of the Dark Moon space station and hits the hyperdrive to make a short trip into the asteroid belt, near to the asteroid belt of the system. And you guys swoop in and go around, and he says, "I'm pretty confident in my ability to not get us killed here, but if any of you guys want to pilot through the asteroid field, be my guest to take over, because it is a little dicey in here."
Not my field of expertise.
I mean, if I pilot in the headhunter, can the freighter follow on my roll?
Bringing in two ships is more problematic than I had intended. It's a good question as to whether we want to bring in the whole crew on this thing. Guess we all have to go in to talk to Bandit Nova. There's no doubt about that. Guess we're all going in together. It's like I'll pilot the Hummingbird, and you pilot the Headhunter, and we'll just pray that it goes well, right?
Shouldn't be that bad.
Or just thinking, so the Headhunter, does it have markings that identify it as
Bandit? Oh, Kolkora's.
Ship?
Yeah, it has marking. It does have a paint job that recognizes it as one of his treasured vessels.
We already shot the tracker off, so we can tell him that the tracker's gone, so he doesn't know that he'll have it. So
Agreed.
He can do the paint job on it, and that,
No, I could do that.
as long as he doesn't look up the VIN.
Yeah, I guess there's got to be enough ways to identify it that we can't conceal it, so we might as well be honest with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. That's why I forgot we killed the tracker already.
Yeah, so it's a little difficult. You guys go slow in the asteroid field at the slowest setting possible because it's extraordinarily dangerous inside of the asteroid field. The slightest misstep could cause a possibly painful collision, and so it's really good that we don't have to do a high-speed chase or a fight in an asteroid field, which is not a, as you know from C-3PO, that the chances of surviving in an asteroid field in that scenario is 735,350 to 1. And so I won't give you guys the odds of your situation if the situation were to deteriorate. You guys enter, and R3 does his best to avoid a bad collision. He's got one red and one purple.
Is that the same for me if I roll?
Oh shit! But what's the handling on the Brahmin? On the on the Hummingbird? Handling on that shit is. Oh, there's 2 black die. So he successfully navigates through the field. However, there's some bad handling for your ship. Oh, your guys' ship doesn't handle that bad after all. He says it seems it's okay.
Well cared for.
Yeah.
But he successfully makes it through the asteroid field. He takes 2 points of system strain because several times he has to vent the thrusters in order to narrowly avoid a collision. And so he strains the ship's systems just a little bit as he flies in through the field. And so then it becomes your turn to pilot.
Okay.
It's 1 red die with your piloting skill, and I forgot to include the asteroid field's difficulty. The asteroid field gives you 1 black die.
So 1 red, 1 black.
1 red, 1 black, and you're space piloting.
Oh.
Your failure doesn't mean a collision. It means that you're making slow progress through the asteroid field. It is dangerous and harrowing, but the benefit is that you you have a boost to your next roll. You can spend 2 of those advantages to give yourself a boost die on your next attempt to navigate through the asteroid field, and the other die can be used to boost. To make you aware of the situation somehow. Use the advantage to make you realize that you can see the droid system that you're navigating through, because you're taking your sweet time through going through the asteroid field. You can see that several of the asteroids have been tagged with little sensor drills that have been secured into their service, and there's a mesh of sensors that are used to alert the sensor droids that are in the area here, and they pick up the password that your ship's onboard computers are transmitting. Your transponders are pinging password out to all of these things and deactivating the droid field. And you think to yourself, oh man, it would suck to be here if those things were after us. This would not be a sweet place to be at all in an ambush scenario.
Yeah.
Thank God Bandandoba ain't here. And so you can go ahead and attempt again, this time with a boost die.
Okay, so a boost die, and it's still 1 red and 1 black, is that right?
Yeah, 1 red, 1 black, and 1 boost die.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Yeah, you fly, you succeed, and then you take point and guide R3 through the asteroid field past the next set of challenges all the way up to Bandandoba's doorstep. It's a great big asteroid, a fuck ton bigger than all the other ones. This thing's easily twice the size of Texas, like just lumbering up into your field of vision, and you can see Bandandoba's hideout is quite impressive in its natural stony state. And you're getting readings from the long-range LiDAR on this shit, and it's dizzying. It looks like just a gigantic galactic potato rotating up in your field of vision, and it's pockmarked with gigantic tunnels that go through the interior superstructure of it, all over the thing. And you can see little mounds raised up around the edges of the tunnels as you guys are coming up towards it. And your ship sensors detect a LiDAR reaction as sensor lasers ping across your hull, and you can see that the watchtower somewhere down there on the asteroid underneath you is picking you up on their long-range sensors right now, and they're making up their minds what to do about this new appearance.
All right.
Yeah, can we open
So.
communications or?
Yeah, you can hail them because they're right now arguing amongst themselves who's going to call.
Yeah, we hailed them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You hail the asteroid, and the watchtower pings back a few moments later, and there's a hollow projection of a big, brawny-looking, angry-looking Aqualish squinting into the hollow projector, and he goes, "Oh, you can come a long way out of the normal space lanes in order to visit this neck of the woods. What may I say brought you all the way out here?"
Bandandoba, my name's Effer Craster, captain of the Centurion Hummingbird. I was speaking with some of your associates down on the station.
We made him captain? When did that happen?
I am
I'm leaning over. I'm leaning
I am
over.
a captain. I'm a captain of my own ship. I am a captain. That is the correct. I agree. I find your decorum agreeable, good sir.
We were speaking with some of your associates down on the station, and they referred us up the command chain as we had a business proposition that was a little above their pay grade.
Oh,
If you are willing to allow us on board, we'd be happy to discuss with you.
Well, maybe you could tell me exactly the nature of this transaction?
We have a ship that we'd be interested in selling at a good rate.
Oh, I don't think I'm interested, fellas. That sounds great and all, but seriously, I've got a lot of things on my plate and my agenda right now. Fixing up some old beater starship is one of my hobbies. Trust me. I don't know who told you to bring that thing here, but not interested. Thank you. He turns off the holovid.
Should we just
Well.
bring him into his garage?
That didn't go as well as expected.
Can you do that?
That sounded like a cry for help. Maybe he's being held hostage and we should save him. We should probably save him.
We might need to save him from something.
It's true.
Yeah, he basically expected you guys to leave. What do you do?
What do you guys think?
You're the captain.
You're the captain, apparently.
He just needs to know he was talking to somebody who had the authority to negotiate. Yeah, I don't know. What are
I don't know why he would have turned down a spaceship out of hand. Seems suspicious.
Like maybe he's been kidnapped.
or warned by Scar?
Or worn by Scar. It's true.
Can we like dock with his asteroid without his permission? What would happen?
Well, the watchtower has a little laser cannon on it, but he wouldn't have a very long time to be able to get a shot at you. In fact, if you hauled ass right past him, he'd just get literally one shot at you, which could not sink your ship. So, without the assistance of some type of droid interceptor that would normally be hot on your guys' ass, the little turret is something that you could ignore and just zoom into the big ass holes on the side of the asteroid.
We're going to be seriously outnumbered.
Yeah, there's going to be a shitload of guys on there, right?
Yeah. It is his main base.
We have to disembark from our ship.
Right.
Yeah. We would
Find-
have an advantage by not being able to talk to him at all.
Find a second in command.
Can we
He's
handle
not used to this much thinking.
Yeah, the droid said you could always chime him again and give him some other bullshit, give him some other line.
Yeah, I mean, we could tell him that we're there for go down. You're like, yeah, your
For what?
sister's sick. She needs to come, say goodbye before she dies or something.
Not the worst.
R3's like, oh, that sounds iffy. You could try it, but I think that
Offer up R3. Tell me he's a valuable droid with massive amounts of information, far exceeding the value of the ship that we're offering.
oh, it makes sense since his gang already knows about me. They told them all about me.
Yeah.
That kind of limits our ability to talk our way out of this because in the end we don't want him to walk away with R3.
Well, I mean, we want to
I thought the plan was to take down Doba to collect the bounty anyway. He's worth a lot.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
We can take down Doba, and I quite frankly don't care about Godan Nakata. We're not going to make any money off of him.
No, but
But he might
it
be
would be
in-
nice to get him back.
The light side ending is we take down Doba with minimal loss of life. The dark side ending here is we just kill all of these assholes. Fuck them.
I don't know if we can. I mean, if we can manage that, I'm okay with that. That's fine. As long-
You know what your guys' problem?
we
You know,
die.
you know what you meatbags' problem is that you're all like waffling in between, like, or am I this, am I that, am I zigging or am I zagging? You want to know what? You just got to make a decision for yourself. Is this going to be a light side end?
Hey,
A light-
disaster! What's happening?
You just have to understand that this is John Yeager's version of a force-sensitive droid. Like, his inspiration
Is this going to be Yeager's character? Yeah.
No, he's not Yeager's character, and he's not force-sensitive at all. He's just smart and wise, and he's telling you, you guys just need to commit to either the light side or the dark and just stick to it instead of waffling around like a bunch of noobs.
Your problem is R3. You really wanted to be built into an assassin droid chassis, and that just didn't happen.
I'm delighted with the lot in life that I've been birthed into. I was designed to explore this motherfucking galaxy, and that's what I intend to
Burn
do.
it to the ground!
Well,
We can offer up-
I intend to explore this galaxy with little to no regard for the stupid organics that inhabit it.
We hail Bandandova again. And say, that was a little rude. You didn't even let me finish my offer.
He looks to you and he says, "Well, I don't really trust you guys. You see, have kind of a shady demeanor. Came all the way out here to sell me a starship. You could sell a starship to anyone. You must have heard that I like to fix up old starships. So you came out here, just put up all sorts of red flags.
You cut us off early. The real
we also came out here to sell
we have
the
to offer you is a particularly valuable astromech with an extraordinarily deep data bank that could be a real asset to you. Like you said, we've heard the rumors about your the fact that you're a collector of older ships, and we were wondering if we might be able to make a deal on the side.
Well, it's true. The astromech droid's worth much more than a ship. In fact, the right astromech droid is worth many, many times a ship.
And as far as that ship itself goes, it is one we took from Kolkora's gang, so not a lot of regular dealers are going to touch it anyway. We figured we'd get the best price out here.
Right. Regarding this astromech droid, though, is he the right astromech droid?
You'll have to make that determination for yourself. We know what we know. It sounds like you know your stuff. Come take a look. You'll see.
Well, what is its designation, its make and model?
What is it?
I don't know, it's scratched off, you can't read it, and he's very ornery, so you'll have to look at it in person.
R3 something or other.
R3 tells you guys, just tell him that it's me. Put me on the feed, let him see me.
What is it? R3J9?
R3W9.
R3W9. Let him see me.
Yeah. Show him. It's R3W9.
He goes, oh, you sons of bitches managed to get that from my gang on the Dark Moon. That's what brought you out here. You want to sell me back my own droid.
Oh, they never had it in their possession. I don't know what bullshit those little underlings of yours are selling you. They're kind of shifty, honestly.
You want to know what's your name, Captain?
Ephra? Captain
Afra? You want to know something? You're my kind of scum. You know how to operate. Well, if it's in fact the right astromech droid that I'm looking for, I'd be willing to offer you. He's worth a lot to me. I only have so much on available funds on account, but I can get you a lot more. I can get you 20,000 creds right here, and I can get you get that much again if you just give me some time to move some funds around. Because trust me, the astromech droid is worth a lot. You do have the restraining bolt on him. Oh, I hope to God that you have the restraining bolt on him.
Of course we have the restraining bolt on him. Do I look like an idiot?
You don't understand. This droid is dangerous. He has a bit of a reputation. A penchant for violence.
I can tell just...
Really? He's been a model of decorum so far.
Feel the malevolent will that accompanies it. It kind of creeps me out, to be honest. I never really have understood machines.
But I think it's fine then. You folks understand that we are armed to the gills out here, and we're prepared for any sort of treachery or tomfoolery that you might be bringing along with you. Let's talk about that ship and that astromech droid. I'll tell my fighter pilot who's standing guard to wave you on in and lead you in through the tunnels. Don't get lost in there, fellas. It's dangerous in this asteroid. We ain't the only ones living here. We're just co-tenants. He deactivates the. And he deactivates the holovid on that.
I frown a little bit at his last comment.
He shares his base? What kind of half-ass boss have we gotten ourselves in with?
No, he's probably got some sort of horrible alien life form that inhabits the other portion of the asteroid. But maybe
yeah. R3 beeps and bloops affirmative to you in binary, and he explains. He's like, "Yes, that's exactly what it means. My deep radar telemetry that's going in through the surface of the asteroid is picking up multiple life forms. It's space slugs. The thing's crawling with them. At least 7 or 8 of the things. They're just going around gorging themselves on the rich ore inside of the asteroid and pooping it all out along the walls, making tunnels, just doing what space slugs do."
Can we scan the asteroid or anything like that before we head in to get an idea of the scope of
the layout?
Bandandoba's base?
It is a vast asteroid, twice the size of Texas, so R3 projects it for you onto a holovid, and you can see it's crisscrossed with all of the little tunnels from the space slugs through the center of it. And so, yeah, with the radar, we can at least navigate around the slugs. They don't move particularly fast, and so we can just have to go inside to get to Bandandoba's hideout. He's turned on the guide lights for us, so we don't have to guess which way once we're inside of the asteroid. You guys can see that there's a pretty devious defense that he has set up here. He wanted to be inaccessible, and that's what he got.
To fly through space slug tunnels.
By the way, R3, sorry for insulting you. Clearly, Bandandova doesn't respect you, so yeah.
Well, R3's like, I'm aware of the constant need for organics to lie to one another. That's all right with me. This ain't my first rodeo. It's like, careful, don't distract me. I'm piloting. As he flies in through the asteroid.
Are there any places around Bandandoba's holdout that are close to tunnels carved by the slugs or anything like that? Like weak points, basically, that we could break down to create chaos.
The place is cavernous, filled with all sorts of horrible things in there, so it's very difficult to disrupt any of Bandandoba's plans, because most of his plan is to not control anything at all. He doesn't know what... Huh?
How does he exert control over his franchisees and the other parts of the system?
Roll knowledge underworld. It would be a average check. Be 2 purple die.
I have that if you want.
Yeah, I have no. It'd just be an intelligence check for me.
Success with threat.
Oh. Success with threat, Tori.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I was stopped displaying on the little scroll thing. It's only on your screen there, which I can see. I can see now that you mention it. I was confused.
Yeah, Efra rolled it.
Yeah, but you're. Oh, that's right. Never mind. I'm all turned about. I was looking through stuff here inside of it, and what was the roll for again?
Underworld.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, yeah, to know how he exercises control.
So yeah, you were the one who asked the question, and Afra's being the explainer. here explaining that Bandon Doba has the love of his various franchises. He's renowned as a crafty but honorable fellow.
That's it.
He doesn't, and well, he's also, it's because he's a small timer. He's not a big shot by any means. He's only really terrorizing one system of highly trafficked area, and so he has a few cells operating in a bunch of different areas, and he has a lot of semi-legitimate people helping him along the way.
Right.
We're semi-legitimate.
He's grassroots. He's grassroots. He grew here like the space slugs.
So, what are we gonna do? I mean, we have to bring him. Do we have to bring him in alive to get the bounty?
You get a fraction of the bounty if you kill him. Precisely 1/10.
Yeah, great.
I mean, can you guys jerry-rig the restraining bolt so that it looks like it's on the droid?
Just kind of glue it on.
That's easy. Just glue it on for show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it something that like the droid could hold on to itself and then restrain Bandon Doba when he goes to inspect it?
No, they're droid specific.
Mm-hmm.
It locks into a droid's electrical system.
It's easy to nab Doba. You just shoot him.
I guess so.
But he's gonna have people with him, and
You just shoot them.
What if when he comes to inspect the droid, like, if R3 kind of pretends to be like malfunctioning because of the restraining bolt, and he just like doesn't move away from our ship, so he's like very close, and then you guys can kind of like
wait and pounce on him when he comes forward.
Yeah, and throw him in.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
We could also get Nakata back on our side if we promise him part of the bounty.
See, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, you don't have to kill.
Anyway.
You don't have to kill all of them. The more you use the more you negotiate your way out of it, the less fighting you'll have to do.
But
How
I mean,
would we get the opportunity to talk
Yeah.
to Nakata?
I'm assuming he's going to be with Ben and Doba.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could lie and say that I'm a relative of his to like take him aside real quick and convince him.
Mm-hmm.
Try?
Try.
I don't know how good at lying I am, by which I mean I'm not very good at lying.
One of you guys would be monitoring the sensor array, right? R3's distracted since he's piloting. Who's looking straight at the sensors while this conversation's taking place?
I mean, I'm in a different ship.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I probably am in the cockpit then.
Yeah.
He's the captain.
Be up there.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
Sorry.
Cunning.
Yeah, with no difficulty.
Two success, two advantage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you guys can see that you can see that with the sensors right in front of you that that there's a ship concealed underneath the entrance of this big potato-shaped asteroid. It looks like Godin Nakata's ship. It's a little snub fighter of.
Can we hail that ship specifically, or would
Is
you?
it active, or is it just... Yeah,
It looks like it's been docked and left there. It doesn't look like there's anybody inside of it. So and you guys are swooping past it, and you know that nobody's really watching you right now. So you could take a detour inside of the asteroid to check out Godon's ship, or you can just coast right by. R3's like, distraction.
I don't know, it might be a good idea to check it out.
I mean, what does it get us though? Like, if he's not
He's not
there, we
there.
can't talk to him.
No, but it's some insight into Nakata, what he's here for. I mean, why would he go after the bounty and then just suddenly decide to switch sides? Maybe he's got a long-range plan. Or maybe there's something in there we can use to blackmail him.
I don't know.
Yeah, and the time we would lose would be suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, I could maybe stop since I'm in a different ship, and you could just say that I was having engine problems, and I'll be there as soon as I get it.
Yeah, I could do that.
Alright.
It's going to be a tricky bit of flying to get into these tunnels, so
And we can slow down for you to catch up so we don't just go in without you.
at least a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm probably faster and smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna stop real quick and
Check out Nakata's ship.
yeah.
Yeah, so you pull down and you do a quick spacewalk with a spacesuit and hop out and pop open the single-person spaceship fighter and rummage through it, and you can see it's got his diary talking about his falling out with his family and how his only person who understands is his sister, Zukata. But he's going to strike it out as his own as a bounty hunter and is going to make it big when he turns in this guy Vandendova. And that was the last entry, so it was left in here. And you can find there's a bandolier of helium grenades in there, and
I'll go ahead.
a bunch of glow rods. There's a med pack in there, like a full-on med pack.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's and the diary goes on about his great love for his sister, who's the only person who really cared about him growing up.
Okay. Is there any kind of quick like something I could just like unplug really quickly so that if he tries to go after us very quickly, it would take him a while to find. But if he was on our side, I could be like, plug this back in before you go.
Oh, that's clever. I'll give that to you for free. That's not difficult because your knowledge of how to do that is sufficient to, it's just something that's unplugged, something necessary in order to take off.
Yeah. Okay. So I do that, and then I jump back in my ship and.
Yeah, it's a very clever piece of sabotage. If he doesn't side with you, it would slow him down perceivably for at least a minute, as he figured out, ran ship diagnostics, and tried to repair that. Anyway, anywho, you check out Nakata's ship. It's very unassuming. There isn't a whole lot there. The diary's the big find there, I guess, and.
Okay.
Helium grenades. Helium grenades do nothing to organics. You can't remember exactly what they're for.
Well.
And R3's like, can we go now?
They are going. Yeah, I jump back in my ship and I catch up with them as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
You guys fly in through the aperture of the next twisting room, and you can see the slime-covered areas of the asteroid are covered with a corrosive goo, and they hang down in big stalagmites of goo that stretch across the cavern too, occasionally creating difficult to see obstacles along there. And so, you guys have a problem of available light and the sticky goo random obstacles in front of there. So you have to roll. The headhunter gets 1 red and 2 black. Dot is on its pilot check.
Jeez.
And R3's got 1 red, 1 purple, and 4 black die on his pilot check. So.
Oh wow. Nice.
So R4 needs. He says, "This is a bad situation. I'm not even sure if I can get in here without having to land the ship. I need you to co-pilot for me, buddy. I need you to make a hard piloting check with 3 purple die. Somebody." Whoever's in the co-pilot seat. Like, R3's like, do I have to do everything?
You have
Piloting. Which one is that? Oh, piloting space?
Yeah, piloting space. Is
Or piloting planetary? No. Okay.
It's piloting space.
Alrighty.
I have 2 green for that. Do you have any?
Yeah,
better?
same. I figured I'd just go ahead and roll unless you wanted
Nope.
to. Oh.
Well, that's not a failure.
No failures, just 4
Yeah.
red.
That's okay. You accidentally create some interference for R3 to have to do, and he says, "Stupid meatbag!" as he gets a 5th black die.
Oh.
And there's a collision. You guys
my baby!
You guys hit some goop, and it sizzles across the hull, and there are 2 points of unsoakable hull damage.
Oh, Jesus.
So he's like, shit, sorry.
Right. It's
Sorry.
This.
He says, I'm concerned. I could keep trying, and I might get in there, but we may have to land.
Land and walk? Or what?
I don't know. I don't have the sufficient skill to pilot it. I've only got 1 agility because I'm a dumb astromech droid, and I have 2 piloting.
Should we all get in on the headhunter?
You want to leave our ship here?
We couldn't possibly get everybody into the headhunter. Somebody needs to take over in piloting.
Well, I mean, if you land, is the idea that they would spacewalk?
You'd have to spacewalk and make minimal contact with the goop-covered surface of the tunnels.
What if we left the headhunter here and just took the main ship in?
The problem is the size of the hummingbird. It has many more black die.
Yeah.
Right.
We could put the droid on the headhunter, preserve our original plan of having to lure Banjandoba out,
Right.
and then
We still need to get in there, though.
you flying the droid and the headhunter, and the 2 of us spacewalk along.
Is there room in the headhunter for the droid? There's not like a plug-in for the
I think leaving the ship behind might be a bad idea. I want to try again. I can do this. Maybe if the Wookiee doesn't fuck me up this time.
Try one more time.
Yeah, try to do a competent co-pilot check.
Like, no! Oh god, I can't watch!
It'll polish out. It'll be fine.
Use a force die.
Use a force die? Alrighty.
Oh, you should have made me use a force die.
Oh, that would have been better.
Yeah, alrighty.
You can use it. You can use it on R3.
Yeah, use it on R3.
So, but you're rolling your own unmodified pilot check right now with 3
Right.
per die.
Oh, 1 failure.
Yeah. It's like, well, he's like, at least you tried and didn't fuck me up. So he gets a 1 free upgrade. Here you go.
Sausage fingers.
As he does his best to pilot in there. And so he doesn't make a collision, but the way is slow going. And so he's like, and so he must roll an additional time.
Is there any way that I can like assist since I've like gotten in already? That I can just be like I can be on the comm and be like down, okay, good, straight, beep, beep, beep.
Yes, you can. So he continues to try to go into the asteroid, and he's making very slow process. At this point, it would be faster if you got out and just spacewalked through the tunnel at this point. And so you use your action to try and give him an assist.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah, you can give him a blue die by scouting out ahead of him. And yeah, still nothing. At this point, he's taken a considerable amount of system strain trying to avoid collisions, And so you guys are at like
We
six. You guys are at 5 system strain right now from the trip out here, and we're still lost in the goddamn asteroid.
We just park
Our ship is too big.
our ship at the entrance, spacewalk in.
Could we gun down the stalactites that are in the way?
Might seem a tad aggressive.
Yes. Yes, you can, actually.
Would that cause like disruption,
laser-
explosions? That would
No, it's actually clever. It's a gunnery check, and the strands are smaller than a human, so it's against a silhouette of 0, so it's a pretty tough shot.
Can I make a roll on that since I have gunnery from my ship?
I have gunnery.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, both of you may attempt it. It's easier for the headhunter to hit it because it's got a smaller profile. It's got a difference of 3. So your difficulty is 4 purple die.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is hard. Okay, you try.
What would it be for What would it be for our ship?
It's 5 purple die.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm. Oh, that was.
Yeah. And so you blast some of the mucousy stalactites out of the way, and you clear the path forward for several kilometers ahead down the stretch of the tunnel, and it reduces some of the difficulty for the way ahead. There's still some there, so if you wanted to also roll gunnery, you could attempt to reduce the penalty further.
Sure, I'll attempt it and hopefully not fail. You said 5 purple die. Oh.
It's 5 purple die.
Do I have any sense of what will happen? Will there be any negative consequences if I fail, or?
None perceivable.
All right. One
No.
time your 4 threats.
Yeah. Yeah, but so you fire off into the distance, and the walls just kind of coalesce around, absorb the laser blasts, and so R3 says it's clear enough. I'm going to try it again.
Right.
So he's using the headhunter as guidance, and he only has 3 black die because you blasted away some of the strands of mucus that are blocking the way that the ship is going down.
Right.
Tries again.
And can I still be guiding? Okay. Yeah.
I did that wrong. I'm going to roll again. Nope. I can try again. Nothing's stopping me.
Yeah. Take it easy. Go.
Yeah. We persevere and come into the next chamber, and R2's like, I fucking did it! And immediately, you guys are you're immediately engulfed. As soon as you come into the next chamber, you're immediately engulfed in a cloud of bat wings that just buffet the cockpits of both of your vehicles as you fly directly into a swarm of Minox that were sleeping, and they all get ruffled up at the same time. They all just completely cover the entire front of the thing. They're all just fluttering around the outside of the spaceship. You can just feel them banging and clunking all along the outside of the entire thing. Just a maddening, deafening array as they're screeching and howling at you too. One of them is trying to attach to the glass of the headhunter. It's looking in on yeah, the wiper turns on, knocks it, flies out of the way, and Minox attach themselves all over the hulls of your spacecraft, just like completely covering it with leathery little bodies, just munching on power cables and sucking on all of the vital juices of your spacecraft. They are all just wrapped around it. And R3's just
all right.
Pieces, little. Starting to. You guys wonder why I have a disdain for organic life. It's out here in the dead of space. How is that even possible? This is all space slugs and Minox and all this shit. At least droids are sensible. You never find a droid anywhere except where a droid wants to be.
What about in a garbage disposal? What about when you find a droid in the garbage disposal? Okay?
Oh god. I'm gonna cram myself into a spacesuit and start clearing Minox off the outside of the hull.
Yeah, you guys fly through the Minot cavern and down into Bandandoba's lair, where you can see his vessel is powered down and stapled to the side of the cavern, and it's a big medium freighter called the Vagrant, and it's in low power mode so as to confuzzle sensors from a long range, and you can see that it's set up as a little base there, and he's running his whole operation out of his little ship. The medium freighter is a good deal larger than your little freighter. It's got enough for several compartments and all that kind of stuff going on in there, and
steal it.
yeah, and
Horribly.
Pilots here.
What's that?
yeah, and
Living as pilots.
you can see that the pilot that's standing on guard waves at you guys. He's wearing a spacesuit, so you can't see what his race is. But he's standing next to a horrifying amalgam of metal that is literally a headhunter and a TIE fighter stapled together in a horrific combination, with the wings of a TIE fighter in the engine and cockpit of a headhunter. It's called the Z-TIE, and it has a full complement of concussion missiles loaded inside of it, and so the pilot is just sitting sitting next to the Z-TIE with no orders to do anything as you guys come in, fly in low, and land next to Bandandoba's freighter, the Vagrant.
Well, that's horrifying.
You said that the pilot was outside of the Z-TIE?
Yeah, right now he's outside of the fighter. It looks like he's doing some routine maintenance and just like crawling around the outside of the ship.
Okay. So we can land here, though?
Yeah, you guys land right next to the ship and clamp down. You can see all sorts of metal planks have been laid down to avoid contact with the corrosive mucus left behind by the space slugs. And you can see that there is an airlock with the exterior opening of it left open for you guys.
When we get on board, can
In the freighter?
board his ship,
Right.
can you like slip away and create an emergency distraction of some
Well,
kind?
I was actually kind of wondering if I could like go up and talk to the Z-TIE
Pilot?
pilot, because like Vanda would be like genuinely interested in this horrible amalgamation, and then I don't know.
Find out if it's Nakata or if they know where Nakata is.
Yeah, there's that. I could maybe sabotage that.
Might be worth a shot.
If you guys want to go in without me.
Yeah. Do the normal. Us two going in the front and you kind of sneak around.
I mean, it's hard to sneak into a spaceship. There's only so many.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys can see Bandandoba's old first mate is sitting in the cockpit of the transport, and he kind of waves to you and points at the airlock. He's a younger Aqualish. It looks to be like Bandandoba's younger brother.
Nepotism.
Yeah, he used to be the number 2 before Bandon recruited Godon.
As we get closer, can we see who the other pilot is up close, or is it still?
He's still inside of a spacesuit, so you can't see what's going on with the pilot.
No, like faceplate or anything.
When we dock or land, Banda gets in her spacesuit and gets out. She'll go up and talk to the pilot there. Can she tell once she starts talking to him, is he speaking Rhodian?
Yeah, you go up and hail the pilot with your comms in his spacesuit,
Yeah.
Yeah. He says, no, I'm a Celestin. We're natural-born pilots. Rhodians are okay.
Panda's like eye just goes meh.
Rhodians are all right.
Rhodians are alright.
She starts like asking you a bunch of like technical questions about like, you know, what kind of top speeds are you getting? What kind of payload does this thing hold? Like, don't you have problems with the power coupling overloading when you have this kind of setup? And she just starts like geeking out about it.
He says there's all kinds of mess of problems with it. You have to have knowledge of the vehicle in order to really be able to drive it properly. And so it wouldn't really stand toe-to-toe against a military craft, but for the purposes of piracy, it's really ideal. It doesn't really make much of a difference what the starship's like as long as you've got a missile launcher on it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, a missile launcher doesn't get you very far if you're stuck in space. I find maneuverability is actually what's really key, and a good pilot, I think, would really value that maneuverability. It can make such a difference in a fight.
I'm more of a firepower kind of guy.
I'm not surprised.
He nods, and you guys seem all right. I really hope I don't have to kill you. As he nods over towards the airlock, he says, Bandon Doba's waiting.
I really hope we don't have to die.
Do I have any chance to mess at all with the ship? Am I able to like kind of move it close enough under the cover of interest?
You could try to sabotage the ship right in front of the Celestin. It would be opposed by his perception. So you would be doing your skullduggery, opposed by his perception or vigilance. And so one red die and one purple die for the starship pilot.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably not worth it because my skullduggery is not that good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just head inside then.
Pretty.
We're gonna end up just blasting our way out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, head on inside.
Yeah, you guys all enter the airlock and come on inside, and the first people inside of the main cabin is, let's see here, who finds you first? I need to turn on the light. I just realized it got a little bit dark while we were playing for hours.
Hey, Panda. You found helium grenades, right?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what those are.
I wonder if they're specifically effective against what's-his-name species. After all, a headhunter brought them.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
about hunter brought them.
I don't know. Helium makes me think of like stars and fusion and bad things.
Okay, yeah, as the airlock door finally pressurizes, as the airlock door finally pressurizes and it unseals open, you can see a great big Aqualish holding a bunch of drinks up in his hands, and he says, "Anyone care to sit down for a drink?"
That sounds great. Yes.
Yeah, he makes a motion with all of the drinks and sets down. You can see there's a blaster pistol holstered at his side. As he motions for all of you guys to come on in. You can see that Bandon Joba has chosen to present himself before any of his other crew members present themselves there. And he goes, "Come on in. Let me show you. I have brought shipboard amenities."
Yeah, Bandit takes a drink, but she doesn't drink it.
Mm-hmm. You grasp a hold of it and hold on and just hold on to it. And Bandon Doba raises his glasses with you, and he says, "So you guys are all here. You came across many light years of space in order to get here, no doubt. Well, let's not waste any of your precious time. What is it that we need to discuss?"
The purchase of, the droid that we have for sale, and as well the ship, if you're interested in it.
Well, it's just like I said. I'm willing to give you 20,000 creds for the droid, and that's all the cash that I have on me right now. I can get you more, but maybe you'd be interested in being business partners, and I can just take it out, reduce it from my cut of some ops that we can do together. You guys are very talented to have gotten this far, and the fact that you've done so while only killing one of my
I thought
men,
you were fun.
only the one, means that you guys are quite possibly a very exceptional force to deal with.
It's true.
It's possible. What kind of work does your team do in this sector?
Well, mostly we shake down freighters that are moving across the Corellia run. Now, the Corellia run goes from the outer rim out near Ryloth and beyond, all the way to the inner core of the galaxy. And a whole lot of, you wouldn't believe the things that move right along this run of hyperspace highway. The untold riches that are here are unbelievable, and all kinds of weird activity lately too. It's because it's become so unpredictable that an operation like mine's had the opportunity to crop up in the first place.
You're not referring to the First Order, are you? We saw some of them in the station.
Really?
As far as weird activity goes. Yeah.
That is an upsetting prospect. Like, I know how to deal with these New Republic types. They're mostly pushovers. First Order, though, they back up their threats with heavy firepower. They're really determined. If they're here inside of the system, you better believe that they're here to get something important.
Wonder what they'd be after. That's odd.
Anyway, the droid. Mine now?
Why are you so interested in this droid?
Well, there's two parts, really. The first is that the droid knows the Corellia run, and in fact, all of the hyperspace lanes of the galaxy, front, forwards, and backwards. He has more. This droid doesn't look like much, but he's got more knowledge in his little droid brain than a dozen astronav specialists. Because in addition to the skill he possesses, he also has like the perfectly memorized data of these places as well. Plus, he's gone off into wild space.
I don't know about the skill part. Like, I just saw him mangle my beautiful, beautiful ship.
Oh, well, he's not specialized in piloting. He has enough technical knowledge of the ship in order to be able to successfully pilot it, but he's definitely not designed to run the ship.
I'm just saying I'm not sure about the skill part.
It's not a fault of the mech's design.
That's great.
But even at that, that's not quite enough to justify the amount of interest you're showing.
Oh, well, that's what I was mentioning with the part 2. He's gone into wild space. The droid has visited places that have been undisturbed by sentience since the Clone Wars. I believe at one point he was owned by some very important people from that area. From that era.
Really?
Interesting.
Like who?
I would know. The droid would know, actually. His memory banks have not been wiped, and unbelievably, all of his cognitive programming has held together despite the enormous need for a memory wipe. So he caused quite a large number of quirks to appear in his programming.
Yeah,
I can believe that.
It's just an unavoidable problem of quantum heuristics.
I see.
If you were to wipe his memory, then you would lose a great chunk of the important data that's there inside of the droid as well. So you understand his value.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that makes sense, I suppose.
So who all is in the room with us?
It's just Bandandova.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We also heard that Godin Nakata is here with you. We happened to run into his sister down on the planet. She asked after, or down on the station. She asked after him.
He squints and looks at her. Yeah, Godon's a good kid. He works. He does he's killer with a blaster rifle, and he's pretty handy with a spanner as well. He's repairing the escape pod here on the ship right now, as a matter of fact. I wouldn't mention anything about his sister, though. You gotta understand, I don't want anything disrupting my organization. I have need of Godon.
He sounds like a very skillful man.
So as long as we're in understanding about that, we don't bring up Godon's sister.
Of course.
So it's great. I get the droid. I owe you 20,000 creds, or 20,000 creds of missions, and
We're gonna want to see 20,000 creds.
Oh, by all means. Like every I had to, when I heard you guys were coming in, I had to scrape up every cred that I had in order to fill this briefcase, and so he slides it to you.
Hmm?
R3 completely complies with this, even though he doesn't have the actual restraining bolt on him. He's completely in for the deception.
Yeah, open the briefcase and.
There's 20,000 creds there, numbered out evenly.
Looks good. And so how will we know that you're a man of your word and we can trust you to deliver the remaining portion?
Shit, I don't know. I suppose I could give you a hostage if that was the way that you wanted to do it. I have my little brother on board. He's fucking useless. You should take him.
Let's get someone who's not fucking useless to you.
Well, he's not useless. Obviously, you would be able to use him. He's effective hostage. And he gets in the way around here. I'm tired of. He's a killer gunner. He can knock things out of the sky for you pretty good. Other than that, pretty useless. He's really good in the gunner chair. That way I won't betray you.
Yeah, what exactly is our game plan?
I think it's time.
Okay.
Maybe you guys need to discuss it. Right? It's a business situation. I wouldn't expect you to just rush into things here. I'm making little adjustments here and there. You're my guest. Why don't I give you a little bit of privacy? Don't talk to Godon. Turns around and he leaves.
Do you guys want to set up your thing and I'll try and sneak off and talk to Godon?
So the R3 unit, is it actually in any way lethal?
No.
I don't think it has any weapons, no.
No, I have an arc welder.
Kind of, yeah. Thing.
Would you know how to interface with this ship and disable it?
Oh.
Or
sabotage. You want me to sabotage the ship?
So he can't chase us?
Or to lock him in the room with us.
Or to lock him in the room with us. I mean, we could have just tried to grab him immediately when he saw he was by himself. But we need to get to Gun Nakata first.
See, yeah, what I'm concerned is that you guys passed up a perfectly good opportunity to just bag him right there. I can see that what you were interested in doing is trying to get Godon on your side, and I just have to tell you, I don't think it's in the cards.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not getting Godon.
You just have to dark side this one.
I don't know. I really hate to give up on Godin.
Yeah,
No, I'm
I'm
okay
kind
with
of
that.
I'm kind of concerned about how much he's like, don't talk to Godin. Like,
I'm okay
there's
with that.
something there.
Yeah, can R3 do anything to slice into the ship's computers or anything like that?
Not from here. You'd have to get me to the cockpit or to a control panel elsewhere on the ship.
Okay.
He hasn't actually locked the doors to this room, has he?
No. He just left you in the cabin where he has crew board amenities. There's all kind of foods and drinks and all kinds of stuff laid about.
Well, I'm gonna get a snack while we're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Cookie monstering.
Yeah, I guess we just have to have a pitch battle and
All right.
get hold of him.
He said Godin was repairing the escape pods. We can go down there.
I guess they can't shoot us down once we have him because they'll just kill their leader.
And
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would suck, but yeah, they can't just shoot us down.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So we're gonna go find Godin.
Or just wait for him to return.
Yeah,
Or wait for him to return.
let's try to get the leader first, and then after that, if we want to talk to Godin, then.
Mm-hmm. Oh, R3's like, wait, is the plan now to sell me?
No,
No.
we're gonna black bag Bandon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll get him distracted, and you guys just black bag him.
Sounds good.
All right.
So Bandon returns after a couple of minutes and says, "So, you guys have had an ample opportunity to talk it over. I didn't see the indicator on the light towards the escape pod switch on, so I'm relieved to learn that you resisted your temptation to go talk to my new second in command."
Business is business. And this seems like a pretty good deal.
Yeah, and so, well, the droid is incredibly. Suffice it to say, the droid is incredibly valuable. Nefarious people all over the galaxy would do all kinds of horrible things in order to acquire the knowledge that he has.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy isn't really that bad.
He's kind of lovable, isn't he?
I know. I really feel bad about doing this.
Doing what? R3's like, I can't believe it. You're going to sell me to this asshole. You're contemplating doing it right now.
Sounds like he's got a pretty good business in this sector.
You motherfuckers.
This would basically take care of our Wookiee's debt.
Yeah. But when all is said and done, he's still a smuggler that waylays ships for a living. I mean,
I have no problem with that.
And
But I don't kill unless I have to, unless they make me, unless it's their fault.
if we believe that droids are sentient beings, then we're just selling someone into slavery. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, let's
it's too late
black
to
bag
call
him.
the whole thing. All right. Yep, we're black bagging him.
Wait, what did we all decide now? Guys, you guys can all roll either cool or vigilance because you're ambushing him, and he will roll vigilance.
Yeah, just as he walks back into the room, we stand behind the door. Blackjack.
Well, I thought we were gonna have R3 make a distraction.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
So you say R3 seems to be having some kind of issue with his restraining bolt or whatever, and he goes down to check it out. So he rolls 2 vigilance.
Wow.
Yeah, we did do well.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
And so Bandon is not to be trifled with, and he sees the deception as you guys are all leaning in warily, and he
Wookie, what are you doing?
Oh no, something's wrong with R3!
Yeah, he says, you got. I had hoped it wouldn't go down like this. And he quick draws his heavy blaster. As you can see that it's all modded and tricked out.
Seriously.
And,
I'm sure.
yeah. He's like, I'm sorry I have to do this. He sets his blaster to stun, and he turns at the Wookiee. The Wookiee is easily the most dangerous person in the room right now. And so, as the Wookiee moves into Black Bag Doba, he turns and turns to meet you. He spends a destiny point to blast you.
On Kashyyyk, business deals are sealed with hugs. I swear.
And so he blasts you for 8 plus 3. He does 11 points of strain damage to you with a stun blast.
Now, does soak take care of any of that?
Your soak is subtracted from that.
Okay, so 7 points of strain damage.
Yeah, just 7 points of strain damage to you.
Oh, wow.
And he gives you 1 black setback die for your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucked.
And so after that, all 3 of you guys can go. And then afterwards, he goes. Bandandoba says, "Crew, I need your help." Well, he matches to the comms and to everybody, and it becomes any of your guys' turns.
We'll bear hug him.
While him.
You can decide amongst yourselves who acts first and what sequence it takes place in.
Is it possible to do like some kind of mechanics check to lock down the immediate doors?
Yeah, you can just shoot the door if you wanted to.
Okay.
And that is a stationary target, point blank range, so it's no chance of failing that that maneuver. You can turn to the room where the escape lead to the. There's one door that leads to the escape pod where Godon's at. There's one door that leads to the cockpit where his first mate, little brother, is at. And then there's a door leading back to the cargo bay.
And R3 has like an arc welder, right? So he could actually weld the bottom of the door shut.
Yeah, R3 just hauls ass straight for the cockpit. He says, "Later, losers."
Wait, what?
What?
He just heads straight for the cockpit. I'm heading for a control panel. You guys take care of this guy.
No, you need to. There are guys up there.
I'll handle them. Fuck them.
If you think you can.
Oh boy. I think we threw in with the wrong side on this.
Let's go first. Yeah.
I like this guy a lot more than the droid.
I like both, actually. I wish
Yeah.
So R3 takes off, and what do you guys do?
No, go for it.
I would like to go last.
Yeah, I'll just start pull out my blaster pistol and start firing at him. It's against 2 purple, is that right?
Yeah. Should be.
Yeah, so it's a maneuver for you to draw your pistol out, and then it's an action for you to shoot Bandandoba. Do you shoot with a blaster bolt or with a stun blast?
Blaster bolt, I'm assuming, because the Wookiee's going to be doing physical damage, right?
Yeah. I don't think I can damage strain with roll.
Okay. In that case, yeah, blaster bolt.
Okay, so you trade a blast bandit. He's at a short range away from you.
I don't know, strain will probably be faster. Everybody has a lot less strain than they do wounds, so...
You strain to him?
Yeah, so if you stun him with it instead of...
But what about you?
Oh, no, I can't, but I can at least interfere with him as he's trying to shoot.
Yeah, you could...
I try and wrestle his gun away from him.
Yeah, you can do other things besides damage.
Yeah, we're in real close. So.
Like, what other kinds of things can you do?
I was going to try and pull his gun away from him.
That's a good idea.
Oh, okay. So do you think it's better if I stun?
I think so. We're trying to bring him back alive.
Okay.
So,
I will
and
stun.
stunning him will knock him unconscious a lot faster than trying to wound him unconscious.
Okay. I will do that.
Because using me as a template, I have 20 wounds but only 10 strain.
Nice.
So, yeah, that kind of thing. I think people stun with strain a lot easier than they do with wounds.
Yeah, that makes sense. Success and a triumph.
Oh shit.
You blast him for it's a heavy blaster, so you do 8 points of damage. He has soak 5 because he's a big
It's
early on player.
my blaster, so it's 6 points of damage.
Oh.
What does the triumph get to him?
The triumph can be spent on a variety of things. You could crit him if you wanted to.
And what does that do?
It's random.
Yeah, I crit him.
It's an acceptable use of a triumph always. So the first critting him is important in eventually laying him low. So it was a low roll. So he isn't. Huh?
What does it mean that the blaster is crit 3?
It takes 3 advantages to activate
Okay.
your crit or 1 triumph.
I see.
You deal him a discouraging wound, and you flip 1 dark side destiny point to the light side.
Oh. But I only did 1 point of strain damage to him?
But it only did 1 point of damage, yeah. Or you did 6 plus 1.
Yeah.
Your blaster has 6 damage plus 1 for the single success.
Yeah, that's correct.
So you did 2 points of damage to him.
Cool.
And you crit him, getting a destiny point in the process.
Alright.
And so only 1 of you have acted so far. Are 3 acted?
Right, I haven't acted yet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and either knock his gun out of his hands or wrestle it away from him. Whichever one is.
That's a good move. You can roll brawl against his against his athletics. So he gives you hold on. Bandandoba's a tough mofo. So he gives you 4 purple.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2 purple and 2 red.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend a light side point then, if that's alright.
You dare fuck with me, Sonny.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So the 2 of you wrestle for control of the gun, and he manages to maintain control as the 2 of you tumble around the cabin of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes Banda's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my helmet back on. And I'm going to let's see, so the droid went to the cockpit. There's another door that leads down towards the escape pods, and then there's the door to the cargo bay. I'm going to put my helmet on. I'm going to suggest that you 2 put your helmets on.
Alright.
And then I'm going to shoot the door to the cargo bay. Or not the cargo bay, I'm sorry, the escape pods.
Wait, but
Yeah, so you use your action to shoot the door to the escape pods, disabling the door there, and isolating that portion of the ship.
You want me to go after him?
You're fine.
Oh yeah, you could always just dash out of. You could always just dash out of there, because Godon is just hearing the call of his boss, and he's on his way, running from the short distance down there currently.
Yeah, I mean, he's sort of an unknown quantity. He could go either way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up to you. I think it'd be worth it trying to get him on our side, but that's just me.
All right, I'll let you guys wrestle with him, and I will not shoot the door. I will run down towards Godon. I don't know how far I get in one turn, but that's what I will do.
It's possible.
Ship can't be that big.
I have charm.
Just tell him his sister's looking for him.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I want to try and use like the stuff that I read in his journal to appeal to him.
All right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So.
But what do you do with your action?
Hmm?
What do you do with your action?
Oh, can I shoot before I go? I guess I could try to stun Bandine.
Yeah. So
So-
on stun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's engaged with the Wookiee, and so the Wookiee upgrades the difficulty to hit him. So you
Damn.
get let's see here, it's purple, red, purple, red. So you just get 2 red die to shoot him at point blank range with the Wookiee there.
2 red and no purple?
Yeah.
Just 2 red.
Okay. That's still not going to be great.
No.
Yeah, so you try to shoot Bandon. You do get 2 advantages, so you could heal some strain. You could heal 2 strain if you wanted to, or you could heal 1 strain and give the next person to act a boost die.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, heal 1 strain, and whichever of you guys goes next.
The
Oh wait, no. It's the start of the new turn, right?
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So whoever acts next in the next round, even if it's you,
No,
Banda.
I'm just running down the hall towards Godin, so I give it one of you two go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you shoot, and then you open the door to the escape pods. And on his turn, Godon leaves the escape pod, and then runs down towards the commons. And so the 2 of you are staring at the end of his turn. He's staring you face to face. He's got a blaster out, but it doesn't look like he's determined to use it on you. He's like, He's just looking at you like, "What's your deal? How is this going to go down?" Because you can see he's quite lethal with the pistol. That's his career choice.
Right. Can I yell to him, or do I have to wait till it's my turn?
Well, let's see here. Other things take place at the same simultaneously, so we'll get to that in just a second. Because as Godon comes running down the hallway, 3 more of Bandit's crew who were down in the cargo hold leave the cargo hold and then rush up towards the door, and so they're crouched behind the door of the cargo hold, getting with their pistols armed and getting ready to spring into action as soon as their next turn comes up. And then Bandon's first mate, his little brother Danon, or whatever his name. They don't even give him a name. They just call him first mate. He opens the cockpit door and immediately runs into R3W9 and goes, "What the heck?" And he reaches down and he tries to grab R3W9.
Oh.
Reaches down and he grabs both of the hip joints of R3W9 and he picks him up into the air, and he's kind of dangling in front of his face. And R3 disgorges a stun grenade.
No. Oh.
It detonates there inside of the up close and does not get any successes, but because of the proximity, it hits the what you called first mate for 8 points of stun damage. It's got a soak value of 5, however, so it only does 3 points of damage to the guy. and R3 soaks all of the stun damage because he had prepared that trap ahead of time. He was like, I swear that was supposed to work better.
He seems to say that a lot.
Yeah. That'd be a running theme.
Mm-hmm. After his turn, he thinks about it. I think I maybe could use a little help with this guy. Now that I think about it.
Now shoot the door, lock him down.
Already down at the cockpit.
He's down at the cockpit where this transpired, and then it finally becomes Bandandoba's turn. He's still got the heavy blaster, and he's wheeling around with the Wookiee, and he still has it on stun. And he says, "It hurts me more than it hurts you." Probably not, though. And he shoots you.
He should have harder difficulty for that since I'm in engagement range, right?
Yes, he uses a maneuver to hop back the distance and gain a little bit of space. So he rolls. He's going to spend a dark side destiny point to give him an extra green die on this because he has 2 yellow. He tries to shoot you point blank, Wookiee. So he shoots you for 8 plus 1. He shoots you for 9 stun damage.
Alright, I soak 4, gives me 5, and I fall unconscious.
Yeah, puts you down. Thank God the Wookiee's down. Holy shit. And he gives you... what's your name? Elfa?
Ephra.
Ephra. I keep forgetting.
Oh boy.
He gives Ephra a setback die because he's using the unconscious Wookiee. He grabs the unconscious Wookiee as he's falling down, and he uses him as cover.
He's pretty strong.
Mm-hmm. He's got 4 brawn.
Okay.
And then it becomes all of your guys' turn. The first person to act gets a boost die.
No.
Unless you want me to use it to try and convince
I think we should
the
surrender.
JK, guys! JK!
Whoa!
If you let us live, you can have the droid.
R3's just like, son of a bitch, what?
You were the one that should have gotten a better roll on your stun
I think
grenade,
we've made a
droid.
miscalculation. You can have the droid.
So your action is to beg for forgiveness.
You get a boost die to that.
Who acts first?
I don't know, Captain.
Yeah, I think so. I don't want to fight this out to the last. I don't think that goes well. He might not murder us.
What's your action? You guys don't have long to contemplate it, so you need to spring into action and think.
Okay, I turn and shoot the door to the cargo bay to try to lock it. Can I do that?
Yeah, you use your action to shoot the door, and it locks the door, and the crew members on the inside are like, "Fuck, doesn't open." God damn it.
I think as long as you get what's his name on our side, we still have a good chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to
That's
know?
my action.
Yeah.
I guess. Let's see. Yeah, that's all I've got.
Okay, so then I'm going to appeal to Godon and be like,
You can have the boost die.
yeah, your sister needs you down on the planet. I don't know what this guy has over you, or why you've given up looking for the bounty for him. But if you help us, we'll split the bounty with you fairly.
And get you back to your sister.
Yeah, and get you back to your sister. And I don't know. I try to use something from the time sort of appeal specifically.
Zucata is looking for me.
Yes, she's very worried.
Roll
We saw
negotiation.
some guys hitting on her, and she was in a very dangerous situation. She needs you.
Doma's own men were threatening her.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm unconscious.
Oh, that's right.
The Wookiee right in his room. Goes back.
But yes, I say what he said. Good.
It was good.
Yeah, and so what I want you to do is roll negotiation, or if you've got a different social skill that you think you could employ here to reason with Godon Nakata.
No, negotiation works. Can I have a boost die for using the diary?
Definitely.
The diary comes into play here.
Okay.
Keep
What
this
is it?
die. Spend a light side point if you need to. Or if you want to. Or just anyway.
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. So what is it against?
It's against Godon's. It's against Godon's willpower. Hold on.
Very smooth talking Rodian. I hope this is
Yeah, he gives you two purple die, but I spend a destiny point to give you a purple and a red die.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. He looks at you, he blinks, and he aims his blaster over your shoulder, and he says, "I'm sorry, Doba, but I gotta do what I came here to do. My family needs me."
Thank God.
Yep.
And then it becomes the Wookiee's turn, who cries in bloods. You can roll a hard resilience check if you would like.
And that's 3 purple?
That's 3 purple die.
Alright. Resilience. Oh, I've got some of that. 2 and that. And I'm assuming I heal 1 strain for success? Something like
That's correct.
that? Alrighty. Would you guys mind if I spent a light side point on
Go
that?
for it.
Go into it.
We need a Wookiee.
Wookiee needs to be on his feet. Oh. There we go.
Yes.
I only healed 1 strain, though.
Yeah, you healed 1 strain.
Can you
And
go
that's-
over max strain, or does it cap out at max?
Oh no, you can continue accumulating strain. He can continue to just shoot you with stun blasters while you're lying on the ground, like, and 1 for good measure.
So I'm still not. I've got 11 and my max strain is 10, so I need to heal 2 more before I'm back on my feet.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And so that's very good, and that's the end of your guys' turn. Our three did not act. He vents his lubricant all over the first mate and just completely douses him in grease. And the first mate must roll a coordination check. And so R3 completely covers himself in covers the Aqualish in oil from his joint lubrication, and the Aqualish falls to the ground, dropping the R2 unit, the R3 unit in the same go. Just as R3 activates his jetpack and sends a plume of rocket propellant all over the grease that he just left over the floor, and completely immolates the Aqualish, who lays on the ground, kicking and screaming and flailing as he's covered in burning oil, as R3 just laughs in binary as he floats on his way to the cockpit.
God.
And
Is
then
he the worst droid or the best droid?
Next to the cockpit. I feel like we're not going to be happy.
Oh God.
I feel like it's going to be better than anything these guys are going to do to us.
And the three crew pirate members, they fiddle with the door and they spend their action working at the door, and then it slides open at the end of their turn. They're still taking cover behind the door as it as it finally comes open. And then it becomes Bandandoba's turn. And he tries to shoot Jesse with the stun blast. He's like, God damn it! He maneuvers to a short range from you, just charging straight at you, completely oblivious to any oncoming fire that's coming at him. He's just firing repeatedly, walking straight at you across the cabin of his starship. It's like, I'm the biggest fish here, you sons of bitches! As he spends another dark side point to try and ventilate Aphra. So he doesn't hit. It doesn't hit Aphra. However, he uses those 3 successes, those 3 advantages, to impose a setback die on you, Aphra.
Okay.
And he takes cover.
Okay.
And then he rolls for cover afterwards.
Where is he in relationship to the others?
He's inside the cabin, so he's a short distance away from his crewmates.
Okay. I guess I take cover and then pitch a frag grenade at the 3 crewmates that are ducked inside the door.
I hope you guys are wearing your spacesuits.
Yeah, I approve. They're all crowded at the door taking cover, and you just roll a frag grenade right there at them. They're a short distance away, so it's only a single purple die against your ranged light.
Should I also spend a destiny point to make sure that I get them?
Sure.
R3's like, do it!
Nice.
That's a triumph.
It's
There's a lot more
fantastic.
triumphs this
Yeah.
time than the first
Yeah,
time we played.
No kidding.
Yeah.
The first time we played, we only saw one the whole
One
time.
the whole session.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Well, let's see here. You guys, you roll the grenade into their midst, and it detonates, dealing 10
Sorry.
points of damage to all of them. Huh?
You cut
Sorry,
out
you
for
cut
just a
out.
moment.
Oh.
Do you think those burgers are still good?
Yeah. Heat them up.
You don't think that?
Mm-mm, I got my food down here. But it blows up the 3 crewmates, just eviscerating them. You could still use the triumph for something else, because that's in addition to you obliterating them.
Can you give a advantage or like a blue die or something to the Wookiee on his roll or something?
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
Boost out of the Wookiee.
Blue die to the Wookiee.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better than a boost die. It's an upgrade when you use the triumph. So it
nice.
upgrades a green die to a yellow die, or it gives you a green die if you only have yellow die.
Right,
Okay.
right. It's fine by me. Thank you.
Yeah, and then I duck behind any piece of cover I can find.
Yeah, very good. You blow up his crewmates, and he's just like, Trace, Jax,
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Roto, oh my God, you'll pay for that, you son of a bitch.
We are literally butchering Robin Hood and his merry men.
If I use a stim pack on the Wookiee, does that recover strain as well, or only wounds?
It only recovers wounds.
Okay, so I can't do that.
We need some
You
sort of
can
stimulant. going on.
administer first aid using the med kit. It's an intelligence check, if you have no medicine.
Yeah, I'm intelligent. Yeah, I guess I'll run over and do that.
It's 3 purple die because the Wookiee has been overwhelmed with strain damage.
You want to use a
Whoops.
destiny point?
Sorry, hold on, I minimized my thing by accident. 3 of those. Yeah.
Are you? Oh,
What?
no, that's-
I get you nothing.
No.
I'm like, which side is the heart on a Wookiee?
Nothing.
It's nothing but fur all the way through.
I mean, I understand that this is basically an organic machine, but still it makes no sense.
God, it's like a stuffed animal in here.
um, let's see here. Afra acted. You acted. The Wookiee.
I'll try
Already
this over again.
You can only get one successful attempt. So all you can do now is
really, per scene? Oh man.
Yeah, per scene you can only do one. Well, technically you don't get any at all. I'm house ruling that you all get one successful resilience check if you get knocked out.
Can Jesse redistribute his triumph then?
Yeah, because we were assuming that was every round sort of thing.
Oh. Yes, Jesse can reallocate the triumph to something.
Can I give it to Vanda just to tack on to that roll she just made, or is it?
I mean, I would have upgraded one of those. So.
Oh yeah, it would have upgraded one of those rolls. We'll say that you can. Let's spend that triumph to allow Vanda to heal your Wookiee friend for 3 strain.
All right.
Wow.
I'm happy with that.
Wow. That's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
That gets me these 8.
She actually just pulls out her shock gloves and goes.
Yeah.
Clear.
Yeah. What's
Really, this is the best she can do.
what's your intelligence score?
3.
Yeah, so it heals. You heal for 3. It's like because if you were to succeed the roll, then you would repair a number of strain equal to intelligence modifier plus the number of successes. So.
Okay. Okay. So that means do I have a turn this round, or do I have to wait till next?
We'll say that she succeeded before it became your turn, so you awake on the ground with a turn.
All right.
And Nogun hasn't gone either.
Right. Yeah. How close am I to Bandon Doba?
He's still straddling you. You're lying on the
Really?
ground. Yeah, Oh no, he's a short distance away from you because he marched straight over towards Afra and then.
Oh,
took cover.
good. So he's probably
And then
facing
took
away from
cover.
me as well.
Well, he sees you as you're rising from the ground. He's
Oh
like,
no, I was gonna say I'm not even gonna get up. I'm just gonna push off the wall and try to spear into the back of his knees.
Oh, that's pretty clever, actually. You're gonna just try to like scoot across the ground to try and bear him to the ground.
Yeah.
Wookiees have very low friction against smooth surfaces because of their gossamer.
I was assuming he was still close enough to me. If he's not, then I'll
Yeah.
just have to,
You'd have to strain to do so. You'd have to spend 2 points of strain
I
in
don't
order
have-
to.
It will put me at 10 of 10 and knock me right back out. So,
Yeah. So you could claw your way towards him on the ground, and then you would be at his feet, or you could stand up as a maneuver, and
tackle him.
You'd still be too far away.
Right. I wouldn't be able to engage. I'm not going to be able to engage in this round.
If you could stand up, spend 2 strain to move to engage him, and then use your action to fuck him up. But then
I'm not going to spend any strain. I'm just going to. I'm not going to stand up. I'm going to crawl over there and hope he doesn't notice. And
you crawl over towards him, so you're.
And that'll still give me
really
a clear shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll wait for next turn.
Mm-hmm. All the NPCs get to act. The first mate finishes burning to death in the corridor.
Oh.
And,
Glad he doesn't drag it out.
That was really not the best way to spend his turn.
and R3 deactivates his jetpack as he locates himself in the driver's seat, and he engages the ship's engines and takes control of the ship. So that's it for his turn. the one of the 3 crew members that were blown to bits, one survives just for a moment, long enough to say, "Get him, boss!" and he dies in the doorway. As Godon Nikata focuses in and he says, "I'm sorry." He mounts the cover in order to negate Bandon's cover. So he mounts the cover and looks down with his pistol straight at Godon and gives him a point range attack with his blaster.
Oh,
Hmm.
don't kill him.
Oh, he's got it on stun.
Oh, okay.
He's a bounty hunter.
He paid us for the droid. We did everything he had on board. Like, we haven't died. Like, what? Kill him, that's fine.
Godon mounts the cover to get a clear shot at his old boss and shoots him for 9 points of damage -5. He takes 4 points of stun damage as he rolls back and he says, "You little traitor! I knew you were no good."
Oh, Godon. I thought Banda was.
Yeah, and then it becomes Bandon's turn. Bandon is going to holster his pistol with a quick draw, and then he's going to charge straight into Godon. Since Godon is at short range, he engages Godon and he tries to grapple with him.
Cool.
Damn it.
No, that works. As long as he can't stun you. No,
Yeah, well. I was hoping to attack him this turn.
And so he grabs a hold of Godon and has him hold around the shoulder as the Rhodian is trying to angle the blaster down into the Aqualish who's manhandling him. And so the two of them are standing in the near the doorway of the cabin with you guys, a short distance away from you guys, as they're spinning around inside of the ship. And then it becomes your turns again.
Wookiee first?
I will. Let's see. He's wrestling with Nakata now, or trying to.
Yeah, right now he's wrestling with Nakata.
All right. I'm just gonna have to stand up and go to Nakata's aid. That'll standing up and getting over there will take me all of my turn, right?
You hobble over towards Bandon since he left you in order to go over by Nakata, and so you end engaged with them. You've got a hand on Bandon as
bellowing as I come in.
As your turn ends.
Alrighty.
I just fire right into the melee. Which
you get. Let's see here. You're at a short distance, but 3 upgrades is red, purple, red, purple. So you get 1 purple, 2 red.
Okay.
Train, shoot, Bandon Doba.
Good luck.
Oh. Successful yet?
Yeah. So you zap him for 6 plus 1, 7 minus 5. You zap him for 2 more points of damage, and he's still up, unbelievably, having been blasted several times at this point. You take 1 point of strain because it's stressful shooting at into the whirling melee.
Okay.
So then I guess I'm gonna run up and try and use my shock gloves.
Okay. Yeah, it's 2 purple die. Oh, it's 2 red die because Godon is an adversary.
So brawl 1 and 1. Okay. This is well. Yeah.
No.
So you reach into the group, but in your attempts to try to avoid Nakata, you you are unable to help. But you do get 2 advantages. You can expend them how you please. You could use that to give a boost die to somebody.
Lunge in. Lay your hands on band and all the electricity transfers through Nagata.
A mechanic, not an electrician, okay? Yeah, okay, so whoever goes next gets the boost die.
Wookie.
Well, that is pretty good, but that would be more like a triumph. If you got failures in a triumph, you could electrocute Nakata and then dove in through him. But
oh, I understand.
Yeah, but no, you're unable to lay a hand on him. You just get the advantages to spend as it ends your guys' turn.
So it goes back up to abandon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It comes the NPC's turn. The Aqualish, the former first mate, burns out, and he's just a charred corpse in the hallway at this point. He absolutely filled the cabin with smoke. The air compressors are working as fast as they can to scrub the air, and R3 powers up the quad cannons on the dorsal appendage of the transport, and he swivels it towards the Z-tie that the Soliston is still standing beside, and he's looking up and he goes, "What?" And R3 blasts.
Horrible bloodthirsty droid.
R3 blasts the.
People to drive this many ships, we might as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he blasts the Z-tie off of its struts, and it falls to the side and slumps to the ground as the Soliton screams angrily and goes running after it.
Mm.
Okay, as long as it doesn't blow up though.
R3 laughs maniacally in binary. And then it becomes Godon's turn. Godon doesn't try to free himself. He's going to just take all the disadvantages of trying to shoot Bandon while grappled. So he's unable to shoot Bandon. Bandon swats the gun away just as he fires at him, but he gives Bandon a black setback die as it becomes his turn. And the pirate lord is not willing to give up. But because he knows that if he gives up, he'll just be turned in for a bounty. So he's going to fight to the last breath, even though he only has a couple wounds left, a couple strain left. And so with one hand he holds on to Godon, and then he quick draws the blaster and aims it over his shoulder and tries to shoot the Wookiee. The Wookiee's right on top of him.
Yeah.
The Wookiee is literally right on top of him. He holds on to Godon, and he turns in an engaged range, and he takes the penalty to try and shoot the Wookiee at point blank at engaged range.
Shit.
A Wookiee.
He's got a black die as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got the black die. He uses a dark side force point to give himself an extra.
Oh.
So he stuns you.
Really?
He stuns you at point blank range.
Oh man.
How much?
And he's still got Godon there, who's just hurling around the squirrely Rhodian as cover. The Walrus Man is maintaining control of the situation.
How much damage does he do to me?
He stunned you for 10 points of stun damage.
Oh. So 6, so I'm at 14 now. With max 10, so I'm right back out.
I run this star system.
Wookiee can't catch a break. Wookiee needs some armor.
Oh man.
Let's see here. After that, Bandon ends his turn, and it's all of you guys once again.
Too
All
late.
two of us.
Yeah, I fire directly into the melee and spend
Yeah, go for it.
a destiny point
Red.
for an upgrade.
Okay. Trying to hit Bandon in the swirling melee is 2 red, 1 purple.
All right.
And
I've already dropped out of it, so he's only got one person.
Blue.
No, you have a
Wait,
blue.
the destiny point gives a blue?
No, you have a blue from me.
Oh.
Yeah. Go ahead, just roll a blue ball by itself to see what that.
Okay.
Okay.
But you are able to shoot Bandon and bring him down. And curse you as he falls to the ground, you sons of bitches. As he falls to the ground and lets go of Nakata's neck, and he's like, "Oh shit!" R3 continues to just blast the Z-tie as the Celestin goes running for cover. He heads to a repair shed. Cover as R3 just trashes the Z-tie parts next to you guys.
Take out his weird computer aggression. On that event.
So, Trey's not
Now walk
back on
over and secure Bandon.
Yeah. I mean, what are we gonna do with this ship? We can't take it.
Why not?
We're gonna leave ours?
It is an upgrade. Look at this cool shit here.
But our hummingbird.
Think about the
We
potential.
love our hummingbird.
Think about the potential. We're big fish now.
Am I taking the headhunter?
That's up to you. I don't know. What do you? Yeah, we tend to Sherry.
Yeah. Can we at least bring Sherry back to consciousness?
Yeah, let's say that after you guys finish the boss encounter, all of you heal a number of strain equal to your willpower and your presence put together.
Okay.
So that puts me at 10 of 10. So I'm still unconscious.
Can I do a med kit on him again?
You already successfully did it. Did what? Oh wait, no, that was from the Triumph. You actually never did successfully first aid him, so you still have one successful use of the first aid kit that you can use on him for this scene.
Okay.
Right.
Let's try that. How many? What are the?
It's three purple die.
It wouldn't be less now that the battle's over?
Nope. The overwhelming amount of strain makes it difficult.
Okay.
Now that the battle's over, it just means that she can continue to attempt even if she fails. So it just takes a long time. You stay out for several minutes as she's trying to restore you to health. So
There we go.
and she took 2 points of strain in all the effort that she took to rejuvenate you.
It is very hard to resuscitate a Wookiee. Like, legit.
We have very big lungs.
But the Celestin pilot gives up. He doesn't want to fight you guys anymore. Godon is on your side now. He's like, if you agree to give me a fair share of the bounty, I'm your guy.
Yeah,
Like,
That's fine.
keep our
That's
word.
fine.
We said 50%, right?
No,
Yeah,
no.
Adi was.
It's a quarter. There's 3 of us.
yeah, quarter sounds fair.
Okay.
Don't give a half. What is wrong with you?
We still have to get out of here.
Yeah.
I go and look at his other crew members on the ground and his sibling, and if they're
Charred remains.
if they're alive or if there's anything that can be done to aid them.
One's a charred lump and the other 3 are just kind of
Exploded.
scenery after they, yeah.
Ed,
Mm-hmm.
they're okay, right?
The cockpit and we'll clean up over here.
You clean them up. Give them.
Sure they have low blood sugar.
Chocolate always makes me feel better when I've had a bad day.
Get that Mexican over here.
Yeah, you guys throw up a little bit in your mouths when you discover the remains of the Aqualish in the hallway. Like,
No, seriously, are we leaving the hummingbird?
What? What? Why would we do that? What?
That's what I don't.
Well, let's see. Because we're running out of pilots.
Yeah. Well,
the transport's too big for you guys to be able to fly out with your current skill level of
Okay, good.
piloting.
I was gonna. Yeah. We had
Not to
trouble getting the
mention,
hummingbird in
not
here
to
as
mention,
well.
it looks like Doba has been through a great deal of starfighter fights in the recent days. The escape pod is busted still. The hyperdrive is busted. It has a backup hyperdrive that's super slow.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's in bad disrepair.
It's in bad disrepair, and he has not gone through the trouble of porting it somewhere where it can get much needed repairs. He's using it just as a base, just to sleep in.
Right.
While he's still unconscious, let's get him to the hummingbird and in a cell.
So the only one of his crew still left alive, besides Nagata, is the Celestin pilot, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The pilot is. I was hired on. I'm not. I'm. I have no ill will over what took place here. You guys need a pilot?
Yes, actually. I'm sorry about everything that happened here, and yes.
But like he has to go in the hummingbird so that you guys can stand over him and hold a gun to his head and be like, "Pilot, good."
Yeah.
We're not putting him in the headhunter.
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you guys happen to need a pilot, I'll be your guy, and I'll assist you what ways that I can. Bandit Doba is snoring peacefully with some binders on his cuffs now, and Godan Nakata has joined you guys' party, and he's a capable young rough and tumble Rhodian. He immediately starts hitting on Banda, and
Like, what are you doing? Stop that! Stop that! What's wrong with you?
He's
By
like,
the way, when you get on your ship, you need to plug the monitor back in. I just unplugged the monitor.
He's immediately informing you of all of these special mods that he needs for his equipment. He needs a skilled mechanic in order to maintain all of his gear.
So on the one hand, you're trying to hit on her, and on the other hand, you still need all these special mods to make your equipment run properly.
He's explaining how these mods are definitely going to make him a better asset to the crew and everything. And he seems skilled and pretty. And
no, we didn't invite you to hang out with us. We just
until we unload Bandon, man, and we all get the money, I'm a member of your fucking crew now.
Yeah, that's acceptable. Use.
So,
I just came to rescue him from the dark side.
Well, at least until I get my money, then I'll find my sister, and maybe we can find her first before we go to get the cash. We'll make a stop at the starport before we make our delivery. Who are we going to turn him into? He's wanted by both the
CSA and
he's wanted by actually 3 different people. He's wanted by the New Republic wants him for 15,000 creds. The Imperial Remnant wants him for 10,000 creds. The Hutts want him for 9,000 creds.
New Republic
seems
it
the best
is.
deal. Yep.
The New Republic offered the biggest deal, but it's the longest trip. It's a long trip into the core worlds in order to do that. And a lot of shit can happen between here and there.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, we could actually offload him pretty quickly, and we have the 2,000 that he paid for the droid.
No, that was 20,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, we could drop you off with your sister and just give you your cut right now, and then go pick up it on our own if we wanted to offload the Rhodium quickly.
Although he is genuinely welcome with us if you need.
Yeah, no, that too.
Yeah.
But it's up to you.
Sister too. I mean,
Sister was pretty cute.
Band is like rolling her eyes. If you need me, I'll be on the headhunter.
she seemed genuinely concerned for your well-being.
She did. In a fainting couch sort of way. Did we lose Tori? We lost
Oh.
Tori. Oh god. So yeah.
Do we have to do anything to get him? Okay, good.
Howdy.
All right. I'm not sure how long I kept talking after.
Probably a while.
I cut off.
We didn't hear any of it.
No.
Yeah, I go on and on, and sometimes I don't even realize that nobody's there.
No, that's alright. You're just making crude jokes about his sister.
Yeah, we're saying that both Nakata and his sister are welcome on our crew. So.
Yeah.
Zukata, she's not rough and tumble. She's very skilled at diplomacy and negotiation and talking sense into people.
Yes, I think they're aware of that.
That's probably something we need more of, to be honest.
Yeah, she.
It's not like the rest of us are very good at that.
Yeah.
Zukata's delicate, but she's a natural negotiator.
What we
We
were
probably
saying.
need to wrap up soon so we can walk our dog.
Yeah.
Well, definitely. This went on much longer than I expected it to. So, so everybody receives 40 experience points for this adventure.
Nice.
It ends with you triumphantly acquiring the asteroid base as amongst your assets and all of the defense grid for controls for the sentry droids and all that.
God, yes.
And you guys are forming a new friendship with your rapidly expanding crew of supporting characters.
Psychotic droid and honorable bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure how honorable, seeing as he threw in with an Endova.
With Robin Hood.
Well, okay, well, fair. Yeah.
That was so hilarious. And
It's not so bad.
that ended very more.
I felt so bad. He seemed like sort of a shithead.
He was, he was mafia, but he was friendly. I don't know.
He seemed honorable.
Yeah, he seemed really cool.
All of his thugs seemed like assholes. Like, you are who you hire.
I mean, okay, his thugs were kind of assholes, but only the ones on the station.
It's true.
Sulliston was pretty nice. Mana Nakata seems alright. I don't know. It's a wash. We'll turn him in for the reward.
But
alive exploded half his crew.
So I'm going to end the broadcast and then we'll log off here. But we'll close with you guys all discussing about what this means for your crew and your careers here on the outer rim of the galaxy. And so that's when we roll credits and it's dun 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 dun. So we'll end with a very well wished may the force be with you all as I end the broadcast.